we look at Catholic, they're a very good team. They're 5-2 on the year. The only thing you can fault with what they've done so far is they're 2-2 on the road. Now, we're hoping that they're 2-3 on the road after tonight. But they averaged 27 points a game, and last week when they played North Little Rock, they actually shut them out in the second half. Pretty remarkable. We got to see North Little Rock in person. Very athletic, very physical team, and Catholic held up to it and excelled past them.
The Mavericks so far in the conference season have had 4 ball games. The first 3 ball games, they really had a chance to win any of those games, make a play here or there. You possibly could get some wins. Instead, they go 0-3. Last week, we went down to Bryant, and let's take it down to Dalton here in just a second. Dalton going down to Bryant and playing number 1 Bryant Hornets. It was just really tough. These guys are good.
Yeah, it absolutely was a tough game. Like you said, they were quite the quality ball club. There's a reason why they're the number 1 team in the state, and they've mercy ruled every opponent they've played. What we've got tonight is a different squad. It's a squad that isn't as used to winning, and I don't mean that as an insult. They've won 8 games once in my lifetime. They're looking to have their first winning season in a while tonight, and they got a pretty quality team they're coming in with what's mentioned already, been a quality quarterback, running back. They're going to spread the field out a lot, and we'll see how our defense holds up against what is a pretty quality offense for Catholic.
And what hurt Southside last week is Dakota Wareheim, the other starting safety, is not going to play tonight, Phillip. He was hurt last week. So both safeties will be out tonight, and Luke White and Levi Russell will be your safeties, 2 sophomores.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the night you want your initial, should we say initiation or baptism by fire.
They got it last week.
Because with a spread team, now, you know, you think spread and you think all they're going to do is pass. But I think maybe looking at Little Rock Catholic, maybe a better comparison would be to Auburn. They will spread the field, but they're very balanced in how they do it. Their quarterback, Jordan Eddington, number 6, likes to run the ball. In fact, is a very effective runner. Last week, their running back made 137 yards and 2 touchdowns against North Little Rock, and we've seen that defense firsthand.
You mentioned Jordan Eddington. I'm looking at his size. He's 6'1", 250.
He's a big fella. We got to watch him warm up here just a few minutes ago. And I tell you what, one of the things I know Coach even said in the paper, in the article in the Times-Record, was we're going to have to put him on the ground some. You can't just let him do whatever he wants to do.
Well, the 2 things, too, about having a big quarterback, number 1, obviously he's probably a good runner, going to be hard to bring down. Number 2, it helps in the passing game in the fact that you may get a hold of him, you may not get him down, gives that receiver an extra second to get open.
Yeah, and the receivers are fast as well. Watching again here in pregame, they have a very balanced approach, and I think whatever you try to take away, they're just going to do the opposite of that. One of the things, though, for Southside tonight, Keith, is we're averaging 200 yards of total offense per game. But we're also giving up.
Approved credit.
Bankroll Furniture.
Family owned and no high pressure sales staff.
Bankroll Furniture.
Find us on Facebook and Instagram. 405 Fort Street, Barling, Arkansas. Your Made in the USA headquarters.
Best seats in the house.
I think you love that car more than you love me.
How can you say that?
You hand wash it, you hand wax it, you listen to the same music.
Pure coincidence.
I just hope your insurance company feels the same way about it as you do.
I'm one happy camper.
Shelter Insurance has great agents who are nuts about cars. We're competitively priced, and our claims people are fast, fair, and friendly. Ask your agent about Shelter's auto insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Shelter Insurance agent Chris Dooley about a free auto insurance review.
Jewelry is something special given to someone special, and at Cheshire's Fine Jewelry, we understand that you want the very best for your money. We only use the finest quality diamonds and gemstones versus selling promotional quality items. Cheshire's Fine Jewelry wants to be your personal jeweler. If you can dream it, we can make it. From custom jewelry to repairs and watches, all services are done in our store. Cheshire's accepts all credit cards and offers 12 months same as cash financing. Cheshire's Fine Jewelry, where our customers become our friends.
Chafee Construction wants to exceed your expectations as your local, fully licensed contractor, specializing in no job that is too small or too large. Chafee Construction does roofing, siding, gutters, concrete, HVAC, plumbing, electric, flooring, painting, windows, and more. Whatever your needs, remember Chafee Construction can do it all. Locally owned, state licensed, and insured for your protection. Chafee Construction, 434-5203.
Proud sponsor of Southside Football. Go Landon.
Well, go back. Hey, check out Chris Dooley for free auto, home, and life insurance quotes at 2917 Old Greenwood Road, 479-646-6792. Philip, as you were talking about before the break, you talked about this offense for Southside. They've really struggled, been shut out 3 times this year, averaging 8 points a game in conference play.
Yeah, and some of that, is not fair to the stats. I mean, you take last week, I think Bryant's the best team in the state, and everybody struggled with them. Even going a Catholic that we're playing tonight is going to struggle. But wouldn't it be nice for Wee Hunt to have a breakout game tonight? It's going to take some things. Number one, his receivers are going to have to help him. Secondly, and most importantly, his O-line is going to have to give him the time to set something up.
It's about not missing a block. We talk about that every week. No blocks missed at all. Isn't that correct, Dalton?
That's right, guys. Can't miss any blocks. Hey, last week, -8 yards rushing for Southside. That is not our identity. I was down here in pregame watching the offensive line warm up. You can tell they're taking that to heart. Hope to see a little bit better, actually a lot better effort running the football here tonight.
Guys, I think tonight for this offense, we talk about the offense. It actually hurts the defense in a sense, and the fact that the defense is on the field too long. And when you're not scoring points, it puts a lot more pressure on the defense to get stops. So right there is one factor that you've got to deal with.
Got to deal with it. And, Keith, those games you mentioned where, maybe we had a chance. The big plays was always the difference, and we have to limit those big plays. If they earn 5 yards, they earn 5 yards, but we can't be giving up 50-yarders.
Exactly. You go back to the Conway game, a 40-yard run, tied at 21. That was really what did it for Southside that week. The next week against Cabot, you had them open at the post, throw behind, it's intercepted, a couple of missed passes. You win that ball game, only lose a 12-zip. Then the next week against North Little Rock, you have an interception, run back for a touchdown, and as you just mentioned, an 80-yard run. Other than that, Southside, especially the defense, played really good in that ball game.
Keith, a lot of people are probably going to want to tower and feather me after this, but let me just say this. Southside has some talent, but we have to play as a complete talent. You can't have 11 guys on the field and only 9 are doing what they're supposed to do. And that's the same for the Razorbacks. It's the same for every team that's struggling. You can't be lined up on the wrong side of the formation. You have to be where you're supposed to be, or else somebody's wide open that shouldn't be.
It's those silly penalties you get. If you line up off sides, you line up incorrectly offensively, not lined up to the line of scrimmage. That really hurts, and give them 5 yards. Southside, so far this year, has not been able to overcome those penalties.
Yeah, and penalties it's free money if you think about it. You're playing with house money. Once instead of 1st and 10, it's now 1st and 5, all because you lined up in the wrong place.
Okay, gentlemen, one at a time, give me a number here. I'm going to say Southside, to go out on a limb here, needs to score 28 points to win tonight.
I think that's very accurate because they're averaging around 27 points. And it wouldn't hurt to have 30. But we're going to have to do more than we've been doing and go way past that average that we've established.
Yeah, 28 sounds about right to me. All that matters, though, is one more than the other side.
Exactly. That's what you want. And I think the defense, and you talked about this, Philip, the quarterback, Jordan Addington, he's a big dude. I don't know the other way to describe that, but they like to spread the field. He has 1,200 yards passing this year. They don't really throw as much as you think they would, so they'll try to spread out and run the football. I think it's key for our D linemen tonight. Sean Rogers, and you talked about Van Hook. Van Hook leading in sacks this year, which kind of surprised me a bit just in the fact that Sean Rogers is the one you think would be, but they're going to have to get to the quarterback.
Yeah, and I think maybe Rogers is not because he gets all the attention from the opposite line. That leaves Van Hook a little bit open, but one of them needs to really have that game tonight where they establish that there's something, and knocking the quarterback down, causing him to lose yardage. That's going to be so key tonight to keeping a hold on this Catholic offensive attack.
Yeah, again, we're only about 7 minutes away from kickoff. We'll be back with more of the Chris Dooley Shelter Insurance pregame show after this. This is Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
The fall celebration is here at Crabtree RV. Take advantage of RV show pricing on hundreds of new models, Deer Hunter specials under $10K, and wholesale to the public prices on dozens of pre-owned RVs, and the most money for your trade. These deals are so good, it's scary. So stop in today. The new 2020s are arriving daily, and the all-new 2019 models must go. Sale ends October 31st, only from Crabtree RV in Alma. Exit 13 off I-40. Crabtree RV, where your family's dreams come true.
People say that Links at Chaffee Crossing is the best barbecue they've ever had and a great place to sit down and watch the game on TV. So come on in and discover Links at Chaffee Crossing for yourself. A relaxed atmosphere, great barbecue, delicious sides, mouth-watering burgers, plenty of TVs to watch the game, a game room with a pool table, and more. Good food and good times await you at Links at Chaffee Crossing off Custer Boulevard, Fort Smith.
Calico County is serving great American food in an atmosphere full of American memories. Their hearty portions are served with your choice of over 20 side items. They also have half-pound burgers plus a great selection of soups, sandwiches, and fresh salads as well. And their homemade cinnamon rolls will melt in your mouth. Calico County is cooking breakfast every day until 11 a.m. Visit their website, calicocounty.net, for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or your catering needs. Roll on in to Calico County, just off Rogers Avenue behind Randall Ford.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Furniture.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Speed Queen Washer and Dryers.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
In-store, no credit check financing.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
0 down and 0 interest with approved credit.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Family owned and no high-pressure sales staff.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Find us on Facebook and Instagram, 405 Fort Street, Barling, Arkansas. Your Made in the USA headquarters.
Best seats in the house.
Arts Barbecue and Burgers has the best burger in town. And every Saturday, enjoy any burger at Arts and get $1 off. Try Arts Bacon Cheeseburger, topped with house smoked bacon, or the Art Attack with bacon, ham, and a fried egg. And all of Arts burgers come with a mound of fresh cut fries, or upgrade to Arts homemade onion rings. $1 off all burgers every Saturday at Arts Barbecue and Burgers, 8203 Rogers Avenue, next to Aaron's in Fort Smith.
Wheeler Power Sports is proud to be a part of Southside Maverick football. Just like the professional educators at Southside High School, Wheeler Power Sports has served Fort Smith since the 1960s. They are Fort Smith's only factory authorized dealer for Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, and now the Mahindra Roxor brand. That's 4 quality, exciting, reputable brands all under one roof. Visit them online at WheelerPowersports.com, on Facebook, or at 901 North 11th Street in historic downtown. Wheeler Power Sports. Get out and ride.
Your home for Southside Mavericks football. KZKZ, Greenwood, Fort Smith. Family-friendly radio. Spirit 106.3.
Welcome back to Jim Rowland Stadium. We'll kind of look at the standings here for the Central. And really, we'll kind of look at the bottom of the standings. That's where Southside needs to do the bulk of their work here. As we talked about, every game from now on is a playoff game. You've got Little Rock Central sitting there with 1 victory. Cabot has 2 victories. Northside, no victories.
Yeah, and that's we got to run through this schedule. I think Dalton said a few weeks ago when we were looking at North Little Rock, Bryan, and Cabot, we were running through the gauntlet. Well, now we're in the home stretch, and if we can take care of business, we can win out, then we should be in the playoffs. As crazy as that may sound, even for the fans at home, but we still going to have a chance for some postseason play.
And as Coach talked about, too, he really would like to have had that split with Cabot and Conway. That's what they look for each year. Obviously, both games were on the road, didn't happen. So, you just got to take care of business. And I think it's going to be a game tonight, I think, where Southside just has to come out and start quick and get going.
Yeah, and Catholic's going to have quite a confidence level after taking on North Little Rock and really having their way with them. And we want to take that confidence away from them just as fast as we can in this ball game.
Exactly. We'll be back with kickoff after this. Just the Southside Maverick football on Spirit 106.3.
This has been the Mavericks pregame show on Spirit 106.3. Brought to you by Chris Dooley Shelter Insurance. Stand by. It's game time next.
Time to remodel your kitchen or bathroom? Dreaming of granite, marble, quartz, or soapstone and want quality workmanship, quick delivery, and competitive prices? Call Goleta Countertops today to schedule your professional consultation. Owner Jim Goleta will walk with you through your repair and remodel and guarantee to help you create the home of your dreams. Fully licensed, A+ rating. Visit their website at GoletaCountertops.com to browse the design gallery and call 648-0884 to schedule your appointment.
Hello, radio listener. Are you enjoying the football game tonight? How would you like to be sitting in the warm, relaxing, and highly beneficial swirling waters of your own hot spring spa? A spa can be both relaxing and fun, and a great end to an exhilarating football game. So hurry into Burton Pools and Spas at 6121 South Zero to check out the great deals on pools and spas. Burton Pools and Spas. Let them show you how to get your feet wet without getting in over your head.
The wait is over. It's game time on Spirit 106.3. This is Southside Mavericks football. Brought to you by Frank Rowe Furniture, the best seat in the house.
Well, welcome back to Jim Rowe and Stay Into Games. Sponsor of tonight is Randall Ford. It's Trucktober at Randall Ford. Bring your kids by Saturday to see our Truck-O-Lantern and the Randall Ford Haunted House. We will have gift bags for the little ones and even some special surprises for all the big kids. Maybe a free truck?
Hey, that'd be all right. Speaking of Halloween, does this not remind you of the words of the American poet Edgar Allan Poe? Was a night dark and dreary. In fact, we're a little short on crowd here tonight, so we're going to have to make some excitement up here in the booth.
Exactly. Well, whenever we need excitement, we'll just send it down the sidelines. I'm sure Dalton will have all the answers for us down there.
That's right. That's right. But don't plan on some more Edgar Allan Poe from me.
Okay.
Southside will kick off to Little Rock Catholic as Isaac Banda will do the kicking for the Mavs. Looks like back deep for Catholic will be Brian Allsbrook. Here's the kick. It's going to be fielded by Allsbrook at the 5-yard line. He's at the 10, 15. His head at the 15 will be dropped at the 17-yard line. Good coverage by Southside Special Teams.
Excellent coverage. In fact, they kind of had that kick to where Allsbrook wasn't in the best position to receive it and kind of had a bad angle. And when he tried to bring it back to the center of the field where his return was set up, the Mavericks were there to meet him.
Jordan Eddington will be your quarterback. We talked about him in the pregame. 6'1", 250, and it's a put-together 250.
Yeah, he is a man out there.
He'll have Allsbrook in the backfield as Catholic goes with two receivers split to the left. It's going to be a run by Eddington off the left side. It's going to be hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Good defensive play for Southside. I believe that was Chafee getting off the ground for Southside to make the play.
Yeah, Keith, I thought they might come out and test our safety just right off the bat, but they didn't.
It's going to be a bit difficult to kind of catch some of the numbers for Southside tonight. They've got the black jerseys on with the Columbia blue numbers, and they all just kind of blend in.
Yeah, my eyesight isn't what it ought to be anyway, and from this distance here, we may be doing some guesswork on who that was.
But it's good to see Landon Chafee back in the ballgame, making his presence felt on the first play.
Don't need a number to figure him out.
Eddington takes a snap. He wants to keep the ball again. Goes up the middle. Will be hit and dropped at the 20-yard line. Bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 7 for the Rockets.
3rd and 7, and he tried to just take it straight up. A little bit of a quarterback draw, delay, but Southside Mavericks were there to defend it. This is where you want Catholic to be because you're kind of forcing their hand on throwing here.
Just reading what they were doing most of the season, what they like to do is spread it out and run the ball if they can. They had Sammy Johnson, an all-state running back for 3 years last year. They've obviously been able to replace him so far, and that's kind of the theme of the team right there. They'll go trip set, wide side of the field as Eddington looks to the sidelines to get the play. There is 9 seconds on the play clock. 10:33 in the opening quarter here on the game clock. Here's a snap to Eddington. Looks to throw the ball, throws the ball over the middle. It's going to be incomplete, and we may have a flag on the play. Maybe a hold on Southside.
Yeah, you hate that, Keith, because we were there to defend that. We talked about penalties earlier.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold on the Mavs. It'll be an automatic 1st down for Little Rock Catholic as they'll spot the ball at the 20. Well, let's hold it now. I believe that's a 10-yard penalty on Southside. Should put the ball around the 30-yard line.
It's exactly where they're going to place it, Keith. But, you hate that for the defense because they had the energy level up. And let's see if they can keep it sustained here on this next series.
Well, you had them pinned in, but the receiver was actually able to cut just to the inside and was able to get open. And all that Southside could really do there was got a hand in there and grabbed him to force the penalty. Again, 1st and 10 for Catholic. They'll have the ball on their own 30-yard line as they'll line up with 2 receivers either side of the field. Now they bring a man in motion. Here's a snap to Eddington. Will keep the ball up the middle. He's going to be hit. And the ball's on the ground, still on the ground, and looks like Allsbrook may have recovered the ball. That was Sam Sanders making the play for the Southside defense. Knocked the ball loose. Going to be a loss on the play. A loss of, let's call it 1. Brings up second down, second and 11.
Keith, I hate to bring it up, but the rain is starting to come up, and that could have been a factor there on the slickness of the ball.
Dalton, what's
That's right, Phillip. It's coming down out here. As a defense, you got to be going for that strip now.
They'll bring up second down, second and 11. Again, one back in the backfield. Here's a snap to Eddington. Looks to his left, wants to throw the ball down the field, has a wide open receiver at the 40-yard line. Will have a first down and be knocked out of bounds by Chase Reyna. Making the catch for Catholic will be Collins Olame. Will be another first down, and a busted coverage right there. He was wide open.
Well, and I think that's going to be one of our sophomore safeties. I think he got lost in the mix there. Nothing critical about him. He's doing the best he can, but you can't let that happen twice.
Be first and 10. This will be the sixth play of the drive for Catholic. The opening drive. Here's a handoff to Allsbrook. Going to be hitting the line of scrimmage and dropped right there at the 45-yard line. Giving him 1 on the play brings up second down, second and 9 for the Rockets.
Yeah, the Rockets are trying to play that game of running first, looking to pass when they have to, which can be, if we can shut down this run game and force them to pass, we may have a chance here.
Again, he got a pretty good spot on that. I'll spot the ball actually at the 46-yard line to be second down, second and 8. Again, the opening drive of the ball game for Little Rock Catholic. No score. 9:11 to go here in the first quarter. Here's a snap to Eddington. Wants to throw the ball. Will throw the ball out. Going to be dropped. Intended receiver was Robert Baven.
9 plays so far on this drive, Keith, and we talked about how important it is for your defense to get off the field. So, about 3 first downs, and you really don't want to see that initially here.
It's kind of what we saw against North Little Rock 2 weeks ago. They had 2 drives of over 15 plays, and
that's a long time.
And then it goes back to the combination of your offense taking care of the football and hanging on to the football, because you give those long drives up, then you go 3 and out. Makes it a tough night for the defense.
You remember John L. Smith was a Razorback coach for a short time. He called it a precious possession.
Well, be happy. Smile. Again, third down, third and 8. Here's a snap to Eddington. He wants to throw the ball. Here comes the heat. He throws it over the middle to a wide open receiver who will be knocked out of bounds at the Southside 38-yard line. That is Baven on the catch. We'll have a first down. And Dalton, the theme of this drive so far has been the fact that we get them in second and third and long. They get the first down with open receivers.
Everything about this drive so far has started with Eddington. He's a quality player. He's actually bigger than some of their offensive linemen, but he can sling it.
Be first and 10 at the 38-yard line. Here's a handoff to Allsbrook. He's going to be hit for about a 2-yard gain. We'll bring up second down, second and 8.
Yeah, I think that's where Little Rock Catholic wants to be. They're seeking to spread the field, but the Mavericks are really filling that gap, and that was an awful generous spot that was just given to him by the referee crew.
It was the previous one on the other side, too. They got
awful
an
generous.
extra yard.
Yeah.
It's raining. Give him a break.
I know it's raining.
Again, second down, second and 8. Eddington rolls to his right. He'll keep the ball this time. He's going to be hit and dropped at the 32-yard line. Had a chance to get him in the backfield. Can't do it.
Should bring up third down, but at this point, I mean, 3rd and 4, they're probably going to run the ball. I'm not sure how comfortable they are passing, but if we're giving them wide open looks, they'll probably stick with the pass.
That was Kobe Evans making the play for the Southside defense. A big play here. You need big old number 51 maybe to break through the line and get a sack.
Wouldn't that be great tonight, him to have a breakout game here on homecoming night?
Really didn't look at the kicker that much in pregame, but I would think here, third down, third and 4, probably 4 down territory for Little Rock Catholic here early in the ball game. 2 backs in the backfield along with Eddington. Here's a rollout by Eddington. Wants to throw the ball, throws the ball over the pass is going to be complete inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. That is Brooks O'Shea on the catch for the first down.
Kind of reminds you of the Conway game. We were giving them about 10-yard cushions, and that's kind of how it's a very soft zone that we're playing and not much pressure to it.
Try to look at the Southside defense. They've moved, looks like Kobe Evans maybe to a safety position. Here's a snap. Here's a handoff to Allsbrook, and he's going to fall forward to about the 21-yard line. We're bringing up second down, second and 7. Luke White on the tackle for the Southside defense.
Really got to love what's happening on the interior. I realize that Catholic is running down the field with the passing game. They're not getting a whole lot with their run game.
Actually, I believe that's Zach Medlin out there. Yeah, Zach Medlin's going to work off a corner here along with Chase Reyna. Again, second down, second and 8 for the Rockets. Here's a snap to Eddington. He's going to keep the ball off the left side. Is going to be hit and dropped on a nice defensive play.
Yeah, and that was a play that had a chance. They kind of went to the weak side of the formation with the run, but they were not fooling the defensive end at all.
And that was Leighton Johnson, a nice one-on-one tackle.
And that's one, if you don't make that tackle, that's 6 points.
Exactly.
So he stepped up.
Well, we saw it earlier. Eddington was able to break a tackle, which would have been for a loss. He only gained 4 yards on the play earlier in the series, but did get positive yardage. Again, 3rd down, 3rd and 6. It'll be the 15th play of the opening drive for Little Rock Catholic. They'll go with a trip, set, stack formation to the right. Eddington wants to throw the ball, throws it incomplete over the head of his intended receiver. That is Collins Olame at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and I think Eddington rushed that a little bit, and there was a Maverick defender with footsteps coming. But you got to be impressed, Keith, so far tonight with the Southside defense. We're actually tackling very well.
Well, exactly, and it comes down to we've put them in 2nd and 3rd long. They've hit the open receivers as Jenkins Monroe will attempt the field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt from the left hash. Here's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good.
Just barely, though.
Just barely. And Catholic takes the lead 3-zip. Be back with the Rocket kickoff after this. It's the Southside Maverick football on Spirit 106.3.
It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop until you get something done. Yeah, I know the game is on, but the faucet is still dripping, the toilet keeps running, and the drains won't drain, and on and on. You need to call West Ark Plumbing and let them do the dirty work while you enjoy the game. Call them at 646-5151 and watch the ball game without the West Ark Plumbing, 646-5151.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Furniture.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Speed Queen Washer and Dryers.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
In-store, no credit check financing.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
0 down and 0 interest with approved credit.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Family owned and no high-pressure sales staff.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Find us on Facebook and Instagram, 405 Fort Street, Barling, Arkansas. Your Made in the USA headquarters.
Best seats in the house.
Back to the Mavericks game now on Spirit 106.3.
As we get back to action, it's going to be a short kick by Jenkins Monroe that's fielded by the Mavs and will be returned to the Southside 36-yard line. Good starting field position for the Mavs.
Excellent starting field position. In fact, if they want to do that all night, we'll take that. And I don't know if they're scared of Washington, some of the others in the backfield of the kickoff return team. But if they'll do that, we'll take it.
That was a 5.5-minute drive for Catholic to start the ball game. Good job by the Southside defense forcing the field goal, a 37-yard field goal. Here's the handoff to Washington up the middle. Is going to be hit, and will now try to go forward. Maybe gets a yard on the play, and he's not getting the same spot that the other guy got.
Absolutely not. Hey, add a yard to that, please, before you're finished.
Yeah, they're going to spot him really at the line of scrimmage, and looked like he got past the sticks.
Yeah, I had him closer to 1.5 yards to 2 yards, and they put him at a yard.
So they'll give him a yard on the play, brings up 2nd down, 2nd and 9 for the Mavs. 5:57 to go here in the first quarter. Southside trails 3-zip. Opening possession of the first half for the Mavs. As Weehunt calls out signals, takes a snap. He wants to throw the ball. We'll throw the ball to the sideline. It's going to be tipped, and we'll go incomplete. We'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 9. And, guys, this is what we don't need to see right now. You just had a 16-play drive for Little Rock Catholic. You can't have a 3-and-out.
Absolutely not. We really need to convert this. Catholic is trying to twist a little bit. It looks to me like Dalton, but they offensive line actually picked it up on that play.
Catholic's defense has always been known to really spice things up, try to give you a whole lot of different looks.
Yeah, Coach said they try to hide linebackers to make plays, and that's what they did there. As Weehunt steps up in the pocket, has time to throw the ball, throws the ball over the middle. It should be an interference call, and it's caught on the play on a great catch. That is Connor Austin inside the 30-yard line. We're going to have a flag on the play.
Let's see which way it goes, Keith. You never know.
There's only one way it can go because the defender actually ran into Austin.
Yeah, but great catch, great concentration. Been very difficult.
And they're walking back. This is amazing.
That's what I was saying. You never know which way these crews are going to go, and I guess they're saying he pushed off.
He didn't push off. He got ran into. Should have been a pass interference defensively, and now they're going to call it on Southside. Incredible.
Yeah, I don't know what the motivation is behind that, but we're going to go back to where we started, minus 15.
And that really what was pass. And he made a solid throw and a great catch that's wiped away by a debatable call, to say the least.
Here's the thing about the play. What happened was the ball was a bit underthrown. The defender actually ran into Austin, causing the interference. There was no contact. It's just poor positioning by the back judge.
Yeah, I don't know what he's seeing, but that certainly isn't what we saw.
And that hurts Southside. It'll be, again, third down, third and 25. Here's a handoff to Washington's going to get across about to the 25-yard line. Southside will have to punt the ball away. And guys, I'll just say this. When you see something like that, it, to me, makes no sense at all what I'm seeing. That just tells you why Southside is in the position they're in. They just can't seem to buy a break.
No, and sometimes you have years like that, and we're definitely stuck in one of those years.
As Adam Puckett, who's been one of the bright spots all year for Southside, will punt the ball away, stands back at his own 12-yard line. I believe back deep, I think that is Grant Smithson.
This is the time you'd like to see special teams really pick something up here.
And here is a nice punt that's going to hit at the 30-yard line. We'll go inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. That's where Catholic will start their second drive, their 26-yard line. 4:43 to go here. Catholic leads Southside 3-zip. And it's got to be frustrating, too, for the coaches when they see something like that. And we saw it a couple of weeks ago. Receivers getting tackled on the play, kids stoned to the sidelines, just a lot of stuff going on that you just kind of shake your head at. But,
yeah,
you know, it happens, and you just got to overcome it.
Yeah, and I think all you can come back to is let's work on the things we can control.
It was a great catch, though, by Connor Austin,
and just erased from the record right there, and that's what's so sad to see.
Now, you hope your defense can step up. Southside goes 3 and out in the opening possession. Here's a handoff to Allsbrook. Allsbrook's going to be hit, gets away, will be dropped just short of the 30-yard line. They'll spot him right at the 30-yard line. We'll bring up second down, 2nd and 7 for the Rockets.
Allsbrook gives great effort, but the Mavericks are stepping up, and they're really laying some pretty good hits on him tonight.
That's what I like early is the fact that Southside has done a very good job of, on 1st and 2nd down, stopping the run. You're going to force Eddie to put the ball up. Hopefully at some point he'll make a mistake with a wet ball.
Absolutely.
Catholic comes out strong left. They'll have 2 receivers split to the right of Eddington. Once the throw the ball has an open receiver, he crosses the 35, will be knocked out of bounds. Should have a first down for Catholic. That is Nathan Johnson on the catch.
Well, and there's also some holding that was going on there by the Catholic offensive line, but we need the back judge maybe to move closer so he can see that.
Be 1st and 10. But what they've got to do, they've got to shore up the receivers a little bit. They're just giving too much space. And I know a lot of it has to do with having those young safeties back there, the 2 sophomores. But at some point, you just got to let it go and just, you know, get after it and, you know, try to make a play.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 at the Catholic 39-yard line. Eddington takes a snap. He'll keep the ball this time. Finds a bit of a hole. Will be hit and dropped by Leighton Johnson. As he's able to get leverage on the play, will gain 3 on the play, brings up second down, 2nd and 7.
I don't really know what you call that set, Keith, a Catholic run there other than a jumble, but there was a whole lot of folks right within the vicinity of the ball. A lot was happening. A lot of teams you'll see in the pro game, they will pass out of that formation, but he never intended to pass. He was running all the way.
I think that for the bulk of the night with the rain coming down now that you'll see less passing done by Catholic to try to establish a run, but Southside's done a good job of stopping. As Eddington wants to throw the ball, has an open receiver who's going to get away from a missed tackle, will be run out of bounds by Zach Medlin. Will have another first down. Again, on the catch is Nathan Johnson for another Catholic first down.
Yeah, and I think maybe, I'm not saying we need to go to a man-to-man press coverage, but we've got to tighten that zone up some if we're going to stop this passing attack.
And as Dalton said, too, they're really kind of disguising things, sneaking guys out of the backfield. You don't really know where it's coming from. I think so far it's definitely confused Southside. Again, 1st and 10 right at midfield. This will be the 5th play of the second drive for Catholic. A handoff to Allsbrook. He's going to get away. He's at the 45, the Southside 40, down to the Southside 39-yard line. We'll have another first down. That's Chase Rayner making the play for the Southside defense.
So far, the running backs went down with first contact, but that time he was able to keep his feet. Give him credit. That's the longest run he's had tonight.
And last week, he had 137 yards on the ground against North Little Rock. That's his first quality run tonight, but 100 yards says he's a pretty quality running back.
I'm kind of wondering, too, that maybe this could be a product of the Southside defense being out for a 15-play drive and a 3-play drive by the offense. 6th play here of the second drive for Catholic. Eddington takes a high snap. He's going to keep the ball this time. We'll go forward. We'll get down to about the Southside 36-yard line. Be a gain to 3 on the play. Brings up second down, 2nd and 7 for the Rockets.
You know, it's one of those things where the D-line is keeping everything in front of them. They're not falling for a lot of the play-action fakes or what's going on in the backfield. But you got to be a solid tackler here tonight.
Well, and something you've got to understand, too, if they have to play a long game, it's going to be harder to tackle a 250-pound running quarterback. Here's a rollout by Eddington. He wants to throw the ball. We'll throw the ball. It's going to bounce. One hop, incomplete. Intended over there for Collins Olame. Will bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 7 for the Rockets.
And now we have a flag, Keith.
Could be a legal block down the field on one of their tackles.
They're signaling ineligible.
A lineman downfield. Mm-hmm. And if I'm Southside, is that a 5-yard penalty?
5 yards? And
I'm not sure I'd take that.
If you go away from it, it'd be 3rd down, right?
Yes.
That should be on number 73. I saw that walking by the play. Pretty obvious there.
And they're going to take the penalty as Catholic's going to move back, which really is a good call because you put them in 2nd long, so.
Yeah, either way, but, you know, the thing that I was worried about, though there was no Maverick in the vicinity, was we was going to get another one of those calls that we wondered how that happened.
Well, my question is on it, okay, they've got it back to the 41-yard line. It was 5-yard penalty, and still it's not loss of down, so, again, 2nd down, 2nd 12 for the Rockets. Here's a snap to Eddington, wants to throw the football, will throw the ball deep down the field, has an open receiver, and what a great defensive play. That is Levi Russell at the last moment. The intended receiver was Nathan Johnson, who was open at the time. Great close by Levi Russell to knock the ball away.
That's 2 incomplete passes in a row, and, you know, you got to give Russell that credit for the effort there to reach out, stretch, and knock that ball right out of his hands.
And you've got a holding penalty called on Catholic.
Well, maybe they are listening to the broadcast.
And that holding call was on the same player that just committed the last penalty. If you're wondering why Sean Rogers has been a little quiet, it's because he was held right there on that play.
And it looks like Southside's going to go ahead and take the penalty. I think I do here. Got to take the penalty.
Yeah, just keep them backed up.
They'll spot it back. If they do, they'll bring it back inside Little Rock Catholic territory, approximately the 49-yard line. And now Southside's going to not take the penalty. Again, it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 12. Be the 10th play of the second drive for Little Rock Catholic. As I have one back in the backfield, that's Allsbrook. He'll stay in the block as Eddington wants to throw the ball. He's going to be hit, and he's sacked. Ball's on the ground. And let's see. There's a pile, and looks like Southside may have it.
No. I think they're giving it to Catholic.
Giving it back to Catholic.
It should be 4th down. They should have to kick it.
But what a good job by Southside getting there. I believe that was Van Hook leading the charge for Southside. The ball be at the 45-yard line. They'll force a punt. But, guys, that was another 10-play drive. Southside's had the ball maybe a minute and a half of the first 12 minutes of the game. So not a good look for Southside. And 25 plays run by the Catholic offense. Here's a kick. It's going to be a fair catch called by Connor Austin. He will make it at his 8-yard line. That's where Southside will start their second drive of the game tonight. At their 8-yard line, they trail 3-zip.
Yeah, Keith, you know, when you look at the quarterback for Catholic, I mean, he's thrown 4 incomplete passes. So if we can just keep the running game in front of us, make him throw the ball, and I'm not taking anything away from the young man, but this isn't a night to be throwing. And that may be, but one of the things we talked about is we have to flip that yardage from offense to defense. It's got to be reversed. And it's awful hard for your defense to do it when they're out there that much.
Well, we saw him last year, and really he didn't play a lot. They had a 2-quarterback system. He played a little bit, but he didn't throw a lot. Here's a handoff, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's Jay Washington on the carry. We're bringing up 2nd down, 2nd and 10 for the Mavs. And, you know, you worried about Sammy Johnson last year. They all do everything running back, but what was funny, when they did throw the ball last year, they went at Jalen Coleman, who was the all-state cornerback for Southside. And the only thing I could figure was that maybe that was their best receiver, but Coleman had 2 INTs that night.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be wonderful to see something similar tonight?
Again, 2nd down, 2nd and 10 for the Mavs. Trip set to the left of Weehunt. He looks to the sidelines to get the play. We've got 14 seconds on the play clock. 56 seconds on the game clock. Here's a snap. Here's a handoff to Washington. Has a hole. Will get up to the 15-yard line, one step away from making that a really big play for Southside. Making the play for Catholic is Lance Hawkersmith. Will bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 4 for the Mavs.
Excellent play by the Southside offensive line to open up a big hole.
And Parker Wehunt actually audibled into that play. You know, it's not far off from breaking it into a really big run there.
Yeah, I think it was a shoestring tackle by Hawkersmith. May have saved a foot race to the end zone. Again, 3rd down, 3rd and 5 for the Mavs. Here's a snap to Wehunt. Wants to throw the ball, throws the ball incomplete. Threw the ball behind his intended receiver. That was Josh Hannon. Will bring up another 3 and out for the Southside offense.
Yeah, to take up for Hannon there, I mean, there was a Catholic player right there to lay it to him if he caught it. But you know, that was just one of those balls that probably wasn't going to be caught anyway.
So 2 drives, 2 poor first down runs, and resulting in a punt on both drives.
And Southside again will punt the ball away back deep. Will be Brooks O'Shea along with Grant Smithson as Puckett stands at his own 1-yard line, gets a snap. It's a good snap. Here's the kick. It's a low line drive kick that's going to bounce and take a Southside bounce across midfield. We'll go lateral at about the 48.5-yard line where Southside will down the ball there. Down there for the Mavs is Gavin Grant, the sophomore linebacker, and great field position for Catholic here with 6 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is one of those nights where maybe the defense needs to get the scoring started. An INT. They've already put the ball on the ground twice with fumbles, so something good needs to happen right here.
Again, Eddington, your quarterback. He'll have Allsbrook in the backfield. 2 receivers split short side of the field, 1 receiver wide side. Here's a snap to Eddington, hands it off to Allsbrook, has a hole. He's at midfield at the Southside 45. It's Southside 40, 35, 30, inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line where Levi Russell is there to make the play for the Southside defense.
His first contact with the Southside defender was about 10 yards up the field, and you can't have that.
And that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1 quarter, Southside trails 3-zip. Be back with the start of the second quarter after this. It's the Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
Your voice lets him know he's safe. Shelter Insurance does the same for you. Roadside assistance is now included with your auto policy. So if your car leaves you stranded, just call and we'll take care of you while you take care of what's most important. Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Wear your shield, wear your shelter. Some restrictions apply.
For details, see Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Jewelry is something special given to someone special, and at Cheshire's Fine Jewelry, we understand that you want the very best for your money. We only use the finest quality diamonds and gemstones versus selling promotional quality items. Cheshire's Fine Jewelry wants to be your personal jeweler. If you can dream it, we can make it. From custom jewelry to repairs and watches, all services are done in our store. Cheshire's accepts all credit cards and offers 12 months same as cash financing. Cheshire's Fine Jewelry, where our customers become our friends.
Chafee Construction wants to exceed your expectations as your local fully licensed contractor, specializing in no job that is too small or too large. Chafee Construction does roofing, siding, gutters, concrete, HVAC, plumbing, electric, flooring, painting, windows, and more. Whatever your needs, remember Chafee Construction can do it all. Locally owned, state licensed, and insured for your protection. Chafee Construction, 434-5203.
Proud sponsor of Southside Football. Go Landon.
Back to the stadium and more Southside Mavericks football on Spirit 106.3.
Well, welcome back. We've got mass confusion on the field on the run by Allsbrook. There was a holding penalty called on Catholic, and to top it off is the end of the quarter, so you got to flip the field, try to figure out the penalty, and this has really confused the referees so far as they got the ball right now at the 46-yard line. It'll be first down, 1st and 12. More importantly, the hold wipes out a 22-yard run by Allsbrook, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line as Eddington rolls to his right. Will throw the ball down the field. It's going to be incomplete as the receiver on the play, Nathan Johnson, turned before he had it, drops the football, but that was a good throw by Eddington on the run.
Right on the numbers, but Keith, just like they taught you in boys club football, you've got to look that ball all the way in. Once his eyes went away from it, there was no way for completion.
They'll bring up second down, 2nd and 12 for the Rockets. Again, they lead Southside 3-zip, just starting the second quarter. Eddington takes the snap, will hand the ball off to Allsbrook. He is going to get up to midfield, maybe into Southside territory.
put him right at the 50, it looks like.
Yeah, that was Leighton Johnson making the play. Leighton Johnson so far in this ball game has had a solid ball game early.
We've had a lot of third and longs, Keith, and really that's all you can ask from your defense, isn't it?
Yeah, it's important to get off the field here, Philip, in the fact that this will be the 29th play run by Catholic, and we just started the second quarter. The defense is stiffened, only giving up 3 points as Eddington rolls to his right, wants to throw the ball. There's a hold on Sean Rogers, and a good defensive play by Southside. The ball's thrown over the receiver's head as Levi Russell makes the play for the Southside defense, but give credit to Sean Rogers getting after Eddington.
He was bringing the heat from the backside, but Keith, when that ball was incomplete, I looked for any laundry on the field. Didn't see any, so I think we're in the clear.
And Levi Russell's had a good ball game tonight.
Absolutely. Hey, as I said earlier, this team is not that bad. A play here, a play there, and holding them to 3 points after they have 3 big possessions, that's pretty good.
Allsbrook will be your punter. He takes the snap. He'll get the punt off. Here comes the heat. A wobbly kick that's going to bounce, and getting out of the way of it is Connor Austin. Will go inside the Southside 10 again to the 9-yard line. Second time, consecutive possession, Southside will start their own 9-yard line.
Yeah, he did the right thing there. Just get out of the way. Don't fool around that deep in your own territory. But strange punt. It was almost Australian rules football-like, but he didn't run to the side. Just kind of grabbed it and did a little stutter step, and off he went with the kick.
Well, Southside brought the heat and almost got there to get the block. And when that happens, you always worry because it was a quick kick, like you said. You worry about maybe roughing the kicker. Southside did a good job of not doing that.
Let's see what we can do here.
First and 10 at their own 9-yard line. Wee Hunt calls out signals, takes a snap, will hand the ball off to Washington. Washington finds a hole. He crosses the 15 up to the 17-yard line. Good hard run by Jay Washington. Making the play is Thomas Fitz.
And it puts you in a second and manageable, where we've been second and long, third and long. So now we're in a much better position to kind of open up the playbook.
Dalton, we've had 2 plays down there. The middle's been wide open. Who are the blockers on those?
Well, you got to start with Marlon Briggs and Angel Mares. Both guys are doing a good job here tonight, those so far.
Be second down, 2nd and 3 for the Mavs. Here's a handoff to Washington. Finds the hole, will have a first down as he gets up to, well, it's going to be close. He's right almost at the 20, and they'll spot him. It's going to be close.
They're giving it to him.
And we'll take it. Southside needs one of those 15-play drives, only down 3-zip. If you can control the game right here if you can take care of the football.
Yeah, and you really take the heat out of the Catholic defense.
Again, first and 10 for the Mavs, just short of their 20-yard line. This will be the 4th play of the drive, 10-10 to go here in the second quarter. Southside trails 3-zip. Again, Southside will go with 2 backs in the backfield with Nathan Bogner strong right with Jay Washington. Now goes to his right. Here's a snap, handoff to Washington. Has a big hole. Crosses the 25, will get up to the 28-yard line. Be a gain of 9 on the play, brings up second down, 2nd and 1 for the Mavs.
And Dalton, we're seeing a lot better A-gap running there on this drive.
Yeah, that was a very good run right there. We almost had a false start and an illegal motion, but it turned into 2 nice runs in a row. Good to see.
They'll spot him 2 yards short of the first down. It'll be second down, 2nd and 2 for the Mavs.
2nd and 2 is a nice place to be, isn't it?
Exactly. It wasn't last week. We had 2nd and 1 last week and couldn't get the first down, but it is. Really, it is. Here's a handoff again to Washington. Breaks it outside, and we'll get up to the 30-yard line. And I want to make a point here, guys. Josh Hannon, that's Jake Tyler. If you could have got a block out there, might have opened it up. But what happened was the Catholic defender turned his back to Tyler. If Tyler puts the block on, we get a penalty. So really good job by Tyler and a good job of Washington getting the first down.
Well, that's a lot of game awareness that I probably wouldn't have and you wouldn't have. If we see a guy in front of us, we're going to hit him. But that can be a very costly penalty and negate a very nice run.
Be first and 10 for the Mavs as Jack Clark will check in the backfield to give Washington a breather. 4 carries in a row. He deserves a break.
No passes so far, all runs.
Here's the snap to Wee Hunt. Here's the handoff to Clark. Clark hits the hole hard. He gets across the 35 up to the 36-yard line, gain of 5 on the play. And what Coach talks about, Jack Clark, he is a good, hard run between the tackles.
Yeah, and that's where our game is, right behind Marlon Briggs. But I tell you what, right now, the Southside offensive line is controlling that line of scrimmage, and they're pushing it forward.
They are, and that was a nice block by Alvin Trong, pushing his guy down to the other side, A-gap, opened up a nice gap there.
As long as those gaps are there, Dalton, no reason we can't get 5-6 yards of play.
Again, second down, 2nd and 5 for the Mavs. Here's a snap. Here's a handoff to Clark. He is going to bounce forward for maybe about a yard. We'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 4. And a good hard run by Clark. He ran into the back of his blocker and is to regain his balance and get positive yardage. It's a very makeable 3rd down here, 3rd and 4. And what's been good about this drive so far, Philip, is the fact is we put ourselves in positions to make the first downs.
Well, and look at our field position now compared to where we've been kicking from if we had to punt. So everything's a better situation.
It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 4 for the Mavs. This will be the 7th play of the drive. Started there on 9-yard line. Here's a snap to Wee Hunt. Wants to throw the ball. It's a quick slant pass going to be complete. That's Jake Tyler across the 40-yard line to the 43-yard line. What a great pitch and catch. All the timing plays. Bryce Stein makes the play for the Catholic defense.
Those successful runs, though, set up that pass.
Exactly.
You know, you can go with Bill Walsh said that you pass to establish the run. Others have said you run to establish the pass. It doesn't matter. You got to have balance to your game.
And it's nice to be able to mix it up. If I'm Southside, though, I mean, you could mix it up, maybe throw it on 1st down, but I'm also to the point now, hey, it's there, make them stop it.
Yeah. So far, they can't.
1st and 10 for the Mavs at their 43-yard line. Here's a snap to Wee Hunt. Wants to throw the ball. Here comes the pressure. He's going to be hit. He gets away. Is going to get positive yardage. Will get across the 45 up to the 47, 48-yard line. Guys, there's not a more exciting 5-yard run than what Wee Hunt just did.
Yeah, and a dangerous one, too. I kept wanting to scream out, get down, because there was some headhunting going on there. But Wee Hunt held his ground, and he got the desired result.
What you like to see there is an offensive lineman miss the block, but yet they adapt to the play and start making blocks down the field, and the result is a 6-yard positive gain.
Yeah, and that was going to be the second pass play in a row, but turned into a run.
He's 2nd down, 2nd and 5 for the Mavs. Again, they'll go strong right with Bogner lined up behind the right guard. Now he goes in motion. And here's a handoff to Washington. Boy, there's nothing there. He's hit and will be driven back. Had a good defensive play. Really, the whole line played it well. John Paul Castillo made the play defensively, bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 5 for the Mavs.
Yeah, the referee on this side gave him a yard more, saw what the other referee did on the other side of the field, and actually changed his mind. I don't know how you get to do that when the play is on this side of the field where you are.
Well, they need flags like you have when you see those flaggers out in the road.
Yeah.
The signs. They need signs to tell each other.
Some direction.
Exactly. Again, 3rd down, 3rd and 5 for the Mavs. As I'll have Washington in the backfield. Here's a snap to Wee Hunt. He's got time to throw the ball. Steps up in the pocket, throws the ball, has a wide open receiver. That's Connor Austin at the 45. He's at the 40, at the 35 to 34-yard line. Guys, Connor Austin on that play, you see the ability he has. He turned that from about an 8-yard gain into a 15-yard gain with his speed.
I was excited for the gain, and then he gave me a whole bunch more excitement. But, you know, that was the right thing to do. They set up in a zone. They gave him that spot. He just sat down in that spot. Wee Hunt found him, a successful pass play.
That pass may have been blocked, too, if Parker Wee Hunt didn't get a fake. A little head nod there quick, and then Connor Austin made it work.
The 1st and 10 for Southside at the 34-yard line. Here's a keeper by Wee Hunt up the middle. We'll get about 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd down, 2nd and 8 for the Mavs.
We're looking about 9-10 yards on this drive, Keith, which is, I mean, think about how much rest we're giving our defense.
And that's what I was fixing to say. I mean, it's twofold here. You're keeping your defense off the field. Catholics run 29 plays. This will be the 12th play of Southside's drive. This reminds me of the halftime drive Southside had 2 weeks ago against North Little Rock. The 10-play drive, 60 yards, is similar to that. Just keep it going, get points out of it.
Chew up that clock.
One back in the backfield, 2 receivers split wide side of the field. Here's a handoff to Washington. Has a big hole at the 24 down to the 21-yard line. We'll have another Southside 1st down. And he has been so many times one step away.
One step away. Now, remember Coach's comments in his coach's show was we got to do something in the red zone. Well, we're in the red zone, Keith.
Well, almost.
Well, I'm going to give it to him. 22-yard line, I think that's close enough.
And that was a great cut. That's a zone play. He's cutting it to the backside A. Great cut.
The 1st and 10 for the Mavs at the 22-yard line. And Little Rock Central jumped in the neutral zone. That was Castillo. Jumps in the neutral zone for a 5-yard penalty. And that's what you need. It's good to see the other team doing that.
Yeah. Where have they been all year?
But that's a product of running the football it makes your defense get a little bit antsy. They're getting tired, and Southside's got to make it happen here.
Yeah, and if you look at what they're giving us, and we're doing successfully, they're giving us a five-man front, Dalton.
Again, first down, 1st and 5. The Southside is an interesting formation as they've got Washington. Looks like it may be a play where now they're going to bring him in the back. Looked like he was going to go out for a pass play. Now he'll work behind Weehunt. 2 receivers split to the left of Weehunt. Here's a snap, handoff to Washington. Has a hole. It closes up quickly as he will get, I think they're going to mark him out. Maybe a half a yard gain will bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 4. We've got 3:40 to go here. Before the half, Southside trails 3-zip.
This is a fast-played game here, Keith, but you would expect that with nobody throwing much.
Philip, as you were stating a minute ago, they've got 3 down linemen, 2 over the tackles, and they've got 2 outside guys in a standing formation. So, yeah, it's pretty much a bear look. You got 5 linemen, and we're still being able to run the football.
So what's the best attack to that, guys?
Just do what you're doing right there up that A-gap and let Briggs run the show.
2nd down, 2nd and 5. Weehunt takes a snap. Weehunt hands the ball off to Washington, and he loses his balance. He's going to lose a couple of yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down, 3rd. And we'll actually spot him back. No, we've got a flag on the play.
I'm not sure what the flag's going to be. I didn't see the signal.
Well, they're going to spot it back. I thought he was at about the 18-yard line when his knee went down, but they're going to spot him back closer to the – well, we've got a penalty on the play.
I never did see the call.
Well, I'm Catholic. I think I decline this. You lost 2 yards. I'd take 2 yards in the down as opposed to 5 yards giving the down back. And that's what they're going to do.
Decline.
Yeah. This will bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Dalton, this is eerily reminder of what we saw at Bryant last week when we had 2nd down, 2nd, 1, inability to move the football with the 1st and 5.
I know it's near Halloween, Keith, but that was not very nice to bring that drive back up right there.
Sorry. Again, it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 7 with 2:54 to go here before the half. Been a fast. You talk about a fast first half, Philip. Been a lot of not a lot of series here. Not a lot of turnover. Here's a snap. Weehunt has an open field. He's going to run the football. We'll get down inside the 15 to the. Well, I spot him at the 15. Looked like he was at the 14 as. Southside will go for it here. I'll be 4th down, 4th and 2.
Yeah, and this is one of those statement drives here. If we can make this first down, we're really taking the wind out of the sails of the Catholic defense.
Well, you got 2 things working here. I'm not sure that's the Banda. That's his range right there. So you definitely probably have to go for it here. But gosh, guys, you got to get some points out of this. You just can't leave the points out there. This will be the 15th play of this drive that started at their own 9-yard line as Weehunt calls out signals. Now he looks to the sideline with 2:04 to go here before
I think Coach is going to call timeout.
And Southside is going to take a timeout. And with that timeout, we'll take 1-2. It's the Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
Joe's Grill is the only place to watch the Hogs. Watch every game at Joe's. Enjoy half-price apps during the game. And with TVs all around the restaurant, you'll have a front row seat. Half-price appetizers like brisket nachos, Mexican pizza, 10-layer dip, or Joe's humongous sampler platter. All half-price. Watch every Hog game at Joe's. Half-price apps during every Hog game at Joe's. 3400 South 74th Street across from Harps.
It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop until you get something done. Yeah, I know the game is on, but the faucet is still dripping, the toilet keeps running, and the drains won't drain, and on and on. You need to call West Ark Plumbing and let them do the dirty work while you enjoy the game. Call them at 646-5151 and watch the ball game without the West Ark Plumbing, 646-5151.
And now more exciting Southside Mavericks football on Spirit 106.3.
Welcome back. It'll be 4th down, 4th and 3 for the Mavs at the Little Rock Catholic 15-yard line. This will be the 15th play of the drive. They start at the Southside 9-yard line. 1:59 to go here before the half. Catholic leads Southside 3-zip. Southside goes 2 backs in the backfield. Here's a snap to Weehunt. A fake handoff to Washington. Here comes the pass pressure. He throws the ball incomplete. Could be a flag. It's going to be a penalty on Little Rock Catholic as Washington is knocked down without the ball, and that is shall we say, boneheaded play by Andrew Anderson. Will be a 1st and 10 for the Mavs.
Dalton, have they had the quarterback out there all night, number 6, or they just bring him in this situation?
That's the first time I've seen him. You know who he reminds me of? Rohan Davey, former LSU quarterback. Bigger guy, too, also number 6. He's a player. He can play both sides of the field. They're still discussing this call, though. We might see if it gets overturned.
Well, we don't need it to. Well, you threw the flag. My next question is, was a retaliation by a Southside player. Surely they didn't call that. But we've seen stranger things tonight.
Yeah, there's more discussion here than there is at a Pacific trade deal.
They've had a lot of discussions tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, guys, I'm just going to say this about that. I'll take both sides of the coin on this one. To me, that was kind of a ticky-tack call.
Wait a minute. He called it on North Little Rock.
So
and now he gave
let me
the ball
clear that
back.
up. It was after the play. After the play, the ball's already turned over.
Okay.
Is what they're going with.
So it'll be half the distance, I guess, to the goal.
Dead ball. Okay. Oh, how frustrating, guys. 15-play drive, no points.
Yeah, but we are balanced here, Keith. I mean, same number of possessions, so we can't complain completely, but we'd sure like to see 6
Well,
points.
guys, the key right here is you got them pinned inside their 15-yard line down. I guess they'll probably spot at half the goal to the 8-yard line. So
it should be half the distance.
And they're going to spot it at the 8-yard line. That's where they'll start this drive. You get a couple of holds here quick, use those timeouts, 1:54 to go here, you'll have great field position. We saw the punter, Allsbrook, really not get a good punt off the last time, so
we've got 2 timeouts left.
As Allsbrook will be in the backfield, they'll go with Strong left this time. Here's a snap to Eddington. Eddington will keep the ball, has an open field. We'll get across the 15 up to the 17-yard line where Levi Russell is there to make the play for Southside, along with, I believe that was number 46 for Southside, who is Trent Bells, makes the play for the Southside defense. Be second down, 2nd and 2. Here's a snap. Eddington wasn't ready for it. He grabs the snap. He's going to be hit in the backfield. Now Southside needs to take those timeouts. Let's see if they will. Oh, no timeout so far.
I got my eye on Coach Williams and no movement from the big guy.
1:18 to go here. I think you use it right there, guys. Be 3rd down, 3rd and 4. And now they're going to huddle up. There's 26 seconds. And, guys, what happens, too, when you start that 40 seconds, to me it takes more time off the clock. Instead of having a 25-second reset the ball, I think it takes a lot. We're talking 5-6 seconds per play. Here's a snap to Eddington. Eddington's going to keep the ball with the middle. He's going to be hit. And depending on the spot, he's right at the 18. I don't think he got it. Well, they're going to
give it to him.
And I don't think he got it. Yeah, he got short of the 18, and that'll probably effectively run the clock out for.
Yeah. And that was the exact same run they ran on 1st down, just to the other side of the field.
And I would suspect Catholic will probably just keep the ball on the ground. Allsbrook gets a handoff. He's going to break away, and that will be hit and pulled down at the 22-yard line. And no real reason now for Southside to go ahead and stop the clock, as
they don't have to snap the ball. So
yeah, that was Bells making the play again for the Southside defense.
They're looking like they want to, but I don't think they're going to snap it.
Yeah, 18 seconds on the clock. No real reason to. The snap 2 snaps ago actually was almost, he wasn't ready for it, but they are going to run a play. Here's a handoff to Allsbrook, and he's going to be hit. A great job by Jack Hannon. Runs over there across the line of scrimmage and makes the play for the Southside defense. We've got 2.3 seconds to go here, and the Leighton Johnson also on the play for the Southside defense. They'll spot the ball at the.
That's it.
Yeah, that's going to be it, and that's going to be the half. At the end of the half, Southside trails 3-zip. Be back with halftime highlights after this. Just the Southside Maverick football on Spirit 106.3.
The office of Dr. Henry J. Udodge Jr. and Dr. Henry J. Udodge III at Udodge Orthodontics has been a respected provider in our orthodontic care community since 1972. The top priority of their practice is to provide you the highest quality orthodontic care in a fun, friendly, comfortable environment. They utilize the latest technological advances in the field of orthodontics to ensure that you receive the most effective care possible. Udodge Orthodontics, 782-3021. Go Mavericks!
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Furniture.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Speed Queen Washer and Dryers.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
In-store, no credit check financing.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
0 down and 0 interest with approved credit.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Family owned and no high-pressure sales staff.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Find us on Facebook and Instagram, 405 Fort Street, Barling, Arkansas. Your Made in the USA headquarters.
Best seats in the house.
Chafee Construction wants to exceed your expectations as your local, fully licensed contractor, specializing in no job that is too small or too large. Chafee Construction does roofing, siding, gutters, concrete, HVAC, plumbing, electric, flooring, painting, windows, and more. Whatever your needs, remember Chafee Construction can do it all. Locally owned, state licensed, and insured for your protection. Chafee Construction, 434-5203.
Proud sponsor of Southside Football. Go Landon.
The fall celebration is here at Crabtree RV. Take advantage of RV show pricing on hundreds of new models. Deer Hunter specials under $10K. And wholesale to the public prices on dozens of pre-owned RVs. And the most money for your trade. These deals are so good, it's scary. So stop in today. The new 2020s are arriving daily. And the all-new 2019 models must go. Sale ends October 31st. Only from Crabtree RV in Alma. Exit 13 off I-40. Crabtree RV, where your family's dreams come true.
People say that Links at Chaffee Crossing is the best barbecue they've ever had and a great place to sit down and watch the game on TV. So come on in and discover Links at Chaffee Crossing for yourself. A relaxed atmosphere, great barbecue, delicious sides, mouth-watering burgers, plenty of TVs to watch the game, a game room with a pool table, and more. Good food and good times await you at Links at Chaffee Crossing off Custer Boulevard, Fort Smith.
Life would be so much easier if you could afford a reliable car. If you could get approved for financing and move past your credit history. With Byrider, it can be easier. Choose from our inventory of quality cars, all with great warranties or optional service plans. Plus, we'll work with your credit challenges to try and get you approved for financing. So you can stop saying if and start moving forward. Byrider. Buy, finance, drive on. Begin your online application today at byrider.com.
This is the Southside Mavericks Halftime Report on Spirit 106.3. Brought to you by Frank Rowe Furniture, the best seat in the house.
Welcome back. I noticed my compadre, Dalton Person, has grabbed some cover down there as the rain continues. Dalton, how bad is it out there?
It's never too bad when you're playing football. You know what this game reminds me of, Philip? San Francisco played Washington in the NFL this past Sunday. I know it seems like a long time ago because the Washington football team has already played again, but they played in a slugfest on Sunday. That was the shortest game in 10 years, and it was coming down a little worse than this. Also, no touchdowns. Final score 9-0. Hopefully the Mavericks score a few more points than were scored in that game, but it's kind of reminded me of that with this weather we've got so far.
Yeah, just looking at some of the information and data we have from the first half, you know, Little Rock Catholic had the ball on 4 different possessions. The last one, I don't know if I even count. They were just running plays to be running the clock, and I'm a little shocked they even run some of those plays. But really, it's 3 possessions to 3 possessions. Southside has punted twice. Little Rock Catholic has punted once. The only issue that we have on our side of the field is we didn't even get 3 points when we were hoping to at least get 6, and perhaps even with the try get 7.
You're exactly right. Little Rock Catholic certainly had more progress in the first quarter than Southside did, but we basically held on to the football there for most of the second quarter. As you alluded to, the only difference between the two teams thus far is when they got in the red zone, they finished the drive with a field goal. We weren't as fortunate. Nonetheless, only down 3 points. You score a touchdown here and start the third quarter, different ball game.
Different ball game for sure. And, you know, one of the things, if you look at the data, is you find that Little Rock Catholic really loves the second quarter and does most of their scoring in the second quarter. But I think the key is we had that incredible drive that started at our own 9-yard line, went right down the field, and if you're keeping the other team off the field, they don't have much opportunity to score.
That's exactly right. Time of possession. That's a big metric for our coaching staff. We want to control the football game by controlling when we're on offense and when our team's on defense. Of course, that works out a lot better when the score is in your favor, but still a very tight game. And in the second quarter, you're exactly right. We kept them from getting points on the board by really just controlling the time of possession there.
Yeah, that's one of the things you love to see, and we talked about how the defense may be playing okay, but the offense had to step up. And I'm impressed tonight. Little Rock Catholic is no pushover. They're a very fine football team, very offensive-minded football team. They're showing us some different looks, not only in offense, some hidden moves they're making, but especially on defense. And Dalton, talk for a minute how important it was for those Southside offensive linemen to pick up those stunts and twists that were coming at them and really giving Wee Hunt time to throw.
Yeah, this is the first game in a while where you feel pretty good about the running game there in the first half, particularly after, again, I hate to say it once again, but having -8 yards rushing a week ago. All 5 guys up front had good blocks throughout the first half there. I could name them all each off, but I tried to do it in real time. We had some good blocks there, and it's not like they're only bringing 3 guys. As you and I were talking about there in the second quarter, they've got 5 guys on the line of scrimmage there in the box, and then you've got 2 or 3 linebackers. You're looking at a pretty big box is what we call it on defense, and still being able to run the football, yeah, credit to your offensive line.
Well, you bring 8 people up. You've only got 3 back behind there, and they're running a pretty loosey-goosey zone. So here's the issue that I think, looking forward to the second half, Dalton, that Southside's probably going to be facing is I don't think that box is going to get any less filled. It may get filled even more, which should open up some things past the box.
Yeah, you would love to be able to see us throw the football here in the second half. However, I will say we had some positive progress on when the pass would fall apart. Wee Hunt using his legs and getting out in the open field. More times than not, those plays resulted in positive yardage there in that second quarter drive.
Well, we've talked about the first half. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to go to the guru of Southside football, Dalton Person, and have him give us his keys to the second half and hopefully, prayerfully, a Southside victory. You're listening to Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3 KZKZ.
Wheeler Power Sports is proud to be a part of Southside Maverick Football. Just like the professional educators at Southside High School, Wheeler Power Sports has served Fort Smith since the 1960s. They are Fort Smith's only factory-authorized dealer for Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, and now the Mahindra Roxor brand. That's 4 quality, exciting, reputable brands all under one roof. Visit them online at WheelerPowersports.com, on Facebook, or at 901 North 11th Street in historic downtown. Wheeler Power Sports. Get out and ride.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Furniture.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Speed Queen Washer and Dryers.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
In-store, no credit check financing.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
0 down and 0 interest with approved credit.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Family owned and no high-pressure sales staff.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Find us on Facebook and Instagram, 405 Fort Street, Barling, Arkansas. Your Made in the USA headquarters.
Best seats in the house.
What happened to paying one price and getting everything included? You buy an airline ticket and pay extra to bring a change of clothes, book a hotel room, and you're shelling out for Wi-Fi and overpriced bottled water. Really? Imagine my delight when I found out roadside assistance is now included with my shelter insurance auto policy. So if I get a flat tire and need a jump, I just call and they take care of me. There's no additional cost, but some restrictions apply.
For details, see Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Jewelry is something special given to someone special, and at Cheshire's Fine Jewelry, we understand that you want the very best for your money. We only use the finest quality diamonds and gemstones versus selling promotional quality items. Cheshire's Fine Jewelry wants to be your personal jeweler. If you can dream it, we can make it. From custom jewelry to repairs and watches, all services are done in our store. Cheshire's accepts all credit cards and offers 12 months same as cash financing. Cheshire's Fine Jewelry, where our customers become our friends.
Cherry Berry self-serve frozen yogurt offers 50 rotating healthy flavors and 100 toppings. Simply grab a cup and start swirling. Add toppings ranging from granola, cereals, and fresh fruits to all kinds of candies, sprinkles, and even a variety of nuts and syrups. After the creation is complete, weigh and pay by the ounce.
And do the Cherry Berry, do the Cherry Berry, do the Cherry
At Cherry Berry, the possibilities are endless as you have complete control.
Cherry Berry in the Fort Smith Pavilion.
That's how you do it.
In Shady Point, Oklahoma, on Highway 59, just across the border of the Arkansas line, there's a little cabin on the side of the road that serves the best jerky in the world I know. Al's Beef Jerky is the place you gotta go. House beef jerky. House beef jerky. House beef jerky is the place you gotta go.
House homemade beef jerky in Shady Point, Oklahoma.
Your home for Southside Mavericks football. KZKZ, Greenwood, Fort Smith. Family-friendly radio. Spirit 106.3.
Welcome back. It's a dark and dreary night here at Jim Rowland Stadium on the beautiful campus of Southside High School here in Fort Smith. Rain is falling. The crowd is dissipating even as we speak. You can't blame them. But for those that are staying, Dalton, if there was a Fan of the Year award, I'd hand it out to every one of them.
Yeah, I agree there. It's a dreary night, but credit to our fans for showing up. Hey, I also want to give a shout out to the homecoming queen, just announced a minute ago, Mia Hansen, your 2019 Southside Maverick homecoming queen.
And isn't it different, a night like this? The homecoming court's not on the field. They already had the ceremony pregame. The band is not here, but still quite a bit of fire coming out of the Southside Mavericks.
Yes, it's been a weird night without the band here, without homecoming on the field. It's pretty unusual to see an atmosphere like this for Southside, but we've got a good football game on the field.
We have a good football game, and Dalton, we want to talk about what are some of the things that we need to see in that second half. Some things are obvious. Wet night like this, you want to control how much you turn the ball over. You don't want to turn it over at all. But if they do turn it over, I know we want to capitalize on their mistakes. But what are some of the things that we can control that you think we need to be doing?
I've got 3 for us tonight. Keys to the second half. Here they go. Number 1, finish. You got to finish your drives. That final drive for Southside, all the different. Control the time of possession. If we're able to do all 3 of those things, I think you might see a Southside Maverick victory.
Wouldn't that be wonderful to see? And what a great thing for these young people. And, you know, I've been talking to the coaches all year long, and they all say this is one of the most fun teams to be around, a bunch of good kids that love playing football. And wouldn't you like to see success come their way so that they can walk out of here tonight with their head held high, knowing that of the 3 games that are left, which this is your playoff season, it's win or go home, that they've got win number 1 and under their belt.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Philip. Last week I was talking to Tad Stewart, the offensive line coach. They gave up -8 rushing yards by the Southside offense a week ago. So I expected him to be feeling pretty down, and he could have turned on his players then and said they played terrible. But when I asked him about it, the only thing he said to me was, I've got a great group of kids this year. They do think highly of the guys that are playing for them.
All right, well, we're going to be back. Keith will be joining us here in just a moment. You're listening to Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
Hello, radio listener. Are you enjoying the football game tonight? How would you like to be sitting in the warm, relaxing, and highly beneficial swirling waters of your own hot spring spa? A spa can be both relaxing and fun, and a great end to an exhilarating football game. So hurry into Burton Pools and Spas at 6121 South Zero to check out the great deals on pools and spas. Burton Pools and Spas. Let them show you how to get your feet wet without getting in over your head.
Got that rattle, squeak, and roll, or that noise you can't control? With affordable pricing on repairs and replacements, the Car Clinic can get you noise-free and on the road again. Wheels, tires, and brake replacements starting at $199 for most vehicles. Needing a fresh look? Let the Car Clinic do your upgrades and accessories. Window tint, the best prices on Scorpion bedliners, car audio, and electronics. The Car Clinic will get your car looking fine and sounding fine again. At the corner of Roberts and Chad Colley, the Car Clinic, ready to serve you. 551-2420.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Furniture.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Speed Queen Washer and Dryers.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
In-store, no credit check financing.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
0 down and 0 interest with approved credit.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Family owned and no high-pressure sales staff.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Find us on Facebook and Instagram, 405 Fort Street, Barling, Arkansas. Your Made in the USA headquarters.
Best seats in the house.
Chafee Construction wants to exceed your expectations as your local, fully licensed contractor, specializing in no job that is too small or too large. Chafee Construction does roofing, siding, gutters, concrete, HVAC, plumbing, electric, flooring, painting, windows, and more. Whatever your needs, remember Chafee Construction can do it all. Locally owned, state licensed, and insured for your protection. Chafee Construction, 434-5203.
Proud sponsor of Southside Football. Go Landon.
Get excited about the most important meal of the day at the Egg and I restaurant. The Egg and I serves up delicious, fresh, cooked-to-order breakfast, brunch, and lunch entrees, all in a friendly, clean atmosphere. You'll love their healthy choices and fresh juices so much you'll want to sign up for the Egg Club loyalty card to earn free meals and coupons, or plan your next meeting in their meeting room. So now that you're egg-cited, make plans to visit the Egg and I restaurant at 3801 Planters Road. Call 242-3447. Open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 2:30 p.m.
Wheeler Power Sports is proud to be a part of Southside Maverick football. Just like the professional educators at Southside High School, Wheeler Power Sports has served Fort Smith since the 1960s. They are Fort Smith's only factory authorized dealer for Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, and now the Mahindra Roxor brand. That's 4 quality, exciting, reputable brands all under one roof. Visit them online at WheelerPowersports.com, on Facebook, or at 901 North 11th Street in historic downtown. Wheeler Power Sports. Get out and ride.
Welcome back. Dalton, if you can dream it, they can make it at Cheshire's Fine Jewelry. 646-6715. Give them a call. We're here tonight, and we're just so excited for the way that Southside has played, and we're so thankful to the fans that have stuck with them through thick and thin. And how easy it is, as you mentioned earlier, Coach Stewart had a great attitude toward his team. How easy is it just to let go of the rope and whatever happens, happens?
Yeah, 1-6 is not a record we're used to having, but this team's played hard this first half. In the rain, I would expect nothing less here in the second half. A lot of character, a lot of values. Good to see. Hope for a win tonight.
And isn't that all we can ask for out of any team is effort? And I think tonight the key to victory is going to be what we said in the beginning. It's going to be effort. It's going to be winning the turnover battle. It's going to be complete and finishing the game. And I think all those things are standing right out in front of Southside. And maybe this is one of those nights. Catholic doesn't have to have this game to be in the playoffs. They're in. But we do. And so you have to ask yourself, who wants it the worst? And who's willing to pay the price? It's going to be tough to get up tomorrow morning if you play that way, but who wants to pay the price to win this game?
Philip, I think he just made Coach Williams' halftime speech for him. Couldn't say it any better myself.
Well, I didn't want to go there, but I did write it for him, so I thought I'd go ahead and share it with the fans at home.
Well done, well done.
Well, I'm just kidding. Coach Williams probably has a much better halftime speech than I do. But the teams are beginning to filter their way back to the field for a short warm-up period. We're going to be getting ready for kickoff, and if my memory serves me correct, Dalton, we're receiving the ball in the second half. With that being said, we need a statement drive to come out first thing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Get the ball back here. If we have as quality of a drive as we did to finish the half and put some points on the board, different ball game immediately.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're getting ready for more football. Don't you go away. Grab a cup of hot cocoa wherever you are. Be in that warm place, and let's enjoy this second half and see if we can root our Southside Mavericks on to victory. This is Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
Stand by for the second half of today's game. The Mavericks halftime report on Spirit 106.3 was presented by Frank Rowe Furniture, the best seat in the house.
Trick or treat. No tricks, only treats at Crane Hyundai of Fort Smith this October. Joe Pulliam is treating you with state tax paid on new in-stock Hyundais and interest rates as low as 0.9%. Plus, $2,250 off select 2020 models. Get 0% for 72 months on new 2019 Elantras, Tucsons, and Santa Fe's. Treat yourself to America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and Hyundai Assurance. Lower interest and lower payment. Shop CraneHyundaiFTSmith.com, 3600 0 Street. Excludes 2020 states with free courtesy dealer for details.
Heaven forbid you get a cracked windshield, but if you do, You need to call Mr. Auto Glass. Mr. Auto Glass provides the highest quality service in the area. Customer service and safety are the top priorities for all of their customers. They can take care of your insurance claims. They offer in-shop as well as mobile on-site service, and most jobs can be completed in the same day. Locally owned since 1988 at 3017 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. Give them a call, 782-4441.
Jewelry is something special given to someone special, and at Cheshire's Fine Jewelry, we understand that you want the very best for your money. We only use the finest quality diamonds and gemstones versus selling promotional quality items. Cheshire's Fine Jewelry wants to be your personal jeweler. If you can dream it, we can make it. From custom jewelry to repairs and watches, all services are done in our store. Cheshire's accepts all credit cards and offers 12 months same as cash financing. Cheshire's Fine Jewelry, where our customers become our friends.
That's the secret phone.
The what?
Remember? I told you my dad's a shelter agent. When that phone rings, he rushes out to save the day. Whether someone's home or car gets damaged, my dad is always there to help. He has the coolest job ever.
Well, my dad's an astronaut.
That's cool too, I guess.
Find your insurance superhero at shelterinsurance.com.
For details, see Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Back to the Mavericks game now on Spirit 106.3.
I'm down here with head coach Jeff Williams. Coach, it's a wet night. How do we get things going offensively here in the second half, get some points on the board?
Well, we had a good drive there right before the half, but we got to be able to punch it in. Got a penalty, backed us up a little bit in situation. Got some guys running wide open. We got to be able to hit them. We got to be able to protect and take care of the football.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Coach is right. One thing they did do good in the first half, no turnovers. Here's the kickoff. Will be a short kickoff fielded at the 30-yard line. He's at the 35. We'll get up to the 40. Great field position to start the second half for the Mavs.
Keith, I don't know why Catholic has chosen to use that strategy. They are scared to death of Washington and his return abilities, which are quite considerable. But they're giving us the ball at the 40-yard line. That last drive we had, we started the 9-yard line, so we're in good field position.
Southside needs to take advantage of it. You know, there in the first half, you had a 15-play drive, turnover on downs. You can't do that. So it's important for Southside, 60 yards away, to get something going here down 3-zip. As Hunt works at quarterback, has two backs in the backfield. Bogner along with Washington. Here's a snap, a handoff to Washington. He will be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage, brings up second down, 2nd and 10 for the Mavs.
Yeah, and that play just looked a little trashy if you're looking at the linemen there. Nothing was clear or defined. I don't know what was going on there exactly, but Washington's effort was there. He kept his feet moving. There was just nowhere for him to go.
And Southside looks to get the play in from the sideline as Hunt looks to the sideline. One factor in the first half, made a couple of nice catches, and one was called for interference, which we didn't see, but Connor Austin may be a big factor here in the second half.
It's going to have to be, and Coach Williams talked about those open receivers. He's one of them.
Here's a snap to Hunt wants to throw the ball, throws the ball down the field for Austin. Austin catch it. Oh, the ball is knocked away at the last second.
Oh, my goodness.
Making the play over there is Bryce Stein, knocks the ball away. Austin wanted interference on the play, but looked like a pretty good play by Stein.
Actually, Austin just did everything right. He put his feet in front. He was using basketball position. I thought that is a catch, and that is 6 points. I was ready to stand up and run with him, but I didn't get to do so.
Again, third down for the Mavs. Opening drive the second half. They trail 3-zip. And it's series, guys, where they really need to take control of football. They only had one meaningful drive in the first half, got no points. Need to keep this drive going. Don't need an early 3 and out as Hunt calls out signals. Two receivers split either side of the field. Here's a snap to Hunt. Steps up in the pocket, throws it over the middle. It's going to be complete. Oh, a great catch. That's Connor Austin on the catch.
First down material, and I believe he's going to be hurt. I think he took the ball right in his stomach there.
And he's down on the field. With that, we'll take a timeout. You're listening to Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop until you get something done. Yeah, I know the game is on, but the faucet is still dripping, the toilet keeps running, and the drains won't drain, and on and on. You need to call West Ark Plumbing and let them do the dirty work while you enjoy the game. Call them at 646-5151 and watch the ball game without the West Ark Plumbing, 646-5151.
Fresh
means fresh, as in no preservatives. That's right. If it's fresh, it doesn't need to be preserved. Try Jim's 100% premium Wisconsin cheese. Fresh whole milk mozzarella, wood smoked provolone, old world style Romano and Parmesan. The freshest all-you-can-eat salad bar in town. No preservatives and fresh every time. At the corner of Greenwood and Gary in Fort Smith.
Back to the stadium and more Southside Mavericks football on Spirit 106.3.
Back to action. It's an incomplete pass intended for Connor Austin. The injured Maverick, actually, and probably the best catch of the year we've seen, that was Josh Hannon, who made the play for the Mavs. It's a bit hard to see those numbers with those black jerseys on. And
I saw an 8.
Yeah,
well, that's all
I did too. But it's actually a 9.
Yeah,
19. So, but a great play by
he's
Hannon.
already back out there on this play.
Be second down, 2nd and 10. Here's a low snap. Here's a handoff to Washington. Has a big call across the 45. Will drive forward down to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and all 140 pounds of him is going the right direction. That's what you love to see. I believe, Dalton, that Marlon Briggs had him a pancake on that one.
Yeah, he had himself a pretty good pancake, and he might have enjoyed it for a while.
Yeah, now wasn't that Briggs, too, or who was that actually had somebody in the backfield about 10 yards and was working him over pretty good? I mean, that's a good effort over there to make the block for Southside. Again, 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Southside will go with one back in the backfield. That's Washington. Here's the snap. Hunt takes the snap, wants to throw the ball, throws the ball in the middle complete. That's Hannon, who will be thrown out of bounds for a Southside first down at the 38-yard line. Josh Hannon coming up big on this drive for the Mavs.
Yeah, and I can clearly see that's number 19. At least it was on our side of the field.
But what a catch that was. The ball looked like it was going to get away. He's able to pull it back in. Great hand-eye coordination on the previous catch.
And actually took a hit. And that's why it took him a while to get up. But he knew that hit was coming. He just wasn't going to let go of the ball.
You know, it's easier said than done. You know the hit's coming. Go ahead and catch the football, and that's what he did. But nonetheless, a big play for Southside. 1st and 10 as they go deep down the field, have an open receiver, and should be an interference as he is run into over there. And that was intended for Connor Austin, and a little better pass would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, and, you know, one of the things you normally go by with officiating is, does the defender turn to play the ball? That defender didn't turn at all, so you'd really like to see a flag there. But, you know, it is what it is. We can't control those officials. We can only control ourselves.
The only thing I will say, I don't know from where we're at, you couldn't tell if there was contact or not. And if that's the case, then you really can't throw the flag. What happens, though, a lot of times that ball's a bit underthrown, and we saw that earlier. He came back for it and got called for pushing off. Again, 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Washington. Finds a hole across the 35. We'll get down to the 34-yard line. Again, a 4 on the play brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 6 for the Mavs. This will be the 8th play of the opening drive of the second half for the Mavs. Are down 3-zip.
Yeah, and we're in all 4 down territory here, Keith. We're past the 50-yard line, and we sure need 6 points.
Well, your defense is playing good, so.
They're playing extremely well. They hadn't been on the field yet, and that's where you want them to be, is on the sidelines.
Again, a big 3rd down here for Southside as they'll check in. I believe that's number 84. Isaac Phillips, a sophomore wide receiver, checks in. Here's a snap. Here's a handoff, and nothing there. Going to be a flag, too. Southside's going to get called for a hold.
Going to be a hold.
Be interesting to see if they take the penalty here.
I think they will, just to push us back. Nope, they're going to decline it.
And this is a decision time for the Mavs. You got, now the guy wants to mark it off. Not taking it, ref.
Somebody talk to him. He's got it down.
Okay.
4th down.
And let's see what Southside's going to do here. Dalton, as you look down the field, has the rain stopped?
As rain has stopped, you know, you don't have to worry about passing as much when you've got a dry field, or dry football at least.
Southside's going to go for it here. 4th down, 4th and 6. There's 2 thoughts right here. You don't have to go for it. Try to play field position. Now Southside is, let's see, going to take a timeout, I think. Well, let's hold on here.
I don't know what they're talking about. They're moving the ball back. The down marker had them a yard ahead. I don't know how that is supposed to be.
Well,
the down marker is supposed to be sacred. That's where the ball belongs.
And they'll spot the ball back just outside. We're right on the 35-yard line of Catholic. It'll be 4th down, 4th and 7 for the Mavs.
Game of inches, but we're losing them fast.
And Hunt will call out the plays. As Southside goes for it, here's a snap. He looks down the field, steps up in the pocket. It's going to be sacked on the play back at the 40-yard line, and you just got to throw the ball away or do something.
Yeah, Little Rock Catholic had been running a 4-man rush basically every time Hunt passed. That time they added an extra rusher, and it kind of overwhelmed the Southside offensive line.
And
that was a missed assignment, and at the worst possible time.
Yeah, we had 2 missed assignments on that series. The previous play, you get the holding penalty, but it was what caused the holding penalty was the defender getting past the lineman. Here's a snap to Eddington, hands the ball off to his running back, who'll get across the 45 up to the 47-yard line. That's Brian Allsbrook on the carry. Will bring up second down, 2nd and 4 for the Rockets.
Catholic has done a few adjustments, and you're not seeing that penetration by their defensive line quite as much as you were in that first half.
Now, second down 4. Southside trails her early in the third quarter, 3-zip. Eddington calls out signals, takes a snap, hands the ball off to Allsbrook again. He's going to be hit maybe a yard on the play. Looks like that's Landon Chafee getting off the lead tackler for Southside along with Leighton Johnson. Leighton Johnson, guys, solid ball game tonight.
Absolutely, and all the tackling, with few exceptions, has been exceptional for the Southside defense. Dalton, are those splits very wide? I can't tell from up here, but they look compact, like they're pretty close together.
Maybe a foot and a half.
Here's a snap, too. Eddington's going to keep the football. Will have a first down as he gets into Southside territory down to the Southside 48-yard line. Now you're talking about those splits. You're getting into Mike Malham territory for the Cabot Panthers.
Yeah. And, you know, everything goes to what you're trying to accomplish, and you would think with a spread look you would want maybe some further splits there, but I think they're telling you they're going to run this ball.
Be 1st and 10 at the Southside 48-yard line. Again, one back in the backfield. That's Allsbrook with the quarterback Eddington. Here's a handoff to, no, that's not him. That's number 1 in there, Jason Stith, who will get to the Southside 45-yard line, brings up second down, 2nd and 7 for the Rockets.
Yeah, maybe closer to 8, Keith. They kind of backed that one up for the first time on Catholic.
And that was Landon Chafee making the play for the Southside defense. And Chafee coming over the sidelines. He's been battling some injuries this year. So
I think it's a bleeding issue, and he probably has to come out and get that attended to.
Yeah, his right hand is bleeding.
Sam Sanders will check in at the middle backer for the Mavs. Talked about Sanders in the coaches show today. Sanders having a quiet, very good senior season. As Eddington again works from the pistol formation, Allsbrook in the backfield. Now they'll bring a man in motion. Here's a snap. Eddington looks to throw the ball, throws the ball, a swing pass out, incomplete. Intended for Nathan Johnson. The ball just a bit high. Southside, guys, I don't know, but at some point they keep running that same play. If you can catch them in that, maybe come up, play the passing lane, go the other way.
Yeah, that's an easy 6 points. There's nobody over there. I think what we're seeing is number 6 for Little Rock Catholic, their quarterback. He's very comfortable with those out routes. He's got some action going straight up the field, but he never tends to look at it.
Well, and you don't see, when you see him trying to go down the field, he doesn't seem to have the accuracy or the strength to get it down the field, which is hard to say about a 250-pound quarterback. Here's a throw down the field, going to be complete. Going to be short of the first down. Looked like he had the first down. That is Hawkersmith on the catch. Oh, excuse me, number 18, Brooks O'Shea on the catch. He stepped away from the first down, and now they move it back up to his initial catch and give him the first down.
Oh, man. You know, you'd like to think that this is a game of hard and fast rules, wouldn't you?
Well, the things we're seeing out there are just unbelievable. I mean, that's all I can say. And anyway.
But it should be a science, right? Everything's
well, when you catch the ball, you run back past the line of scrimmage. That's where the play starts from, but not according to these guys. 1st and 10, the Southside 38 is. Eddington looks to throw again, throws the ball in the middle, going to be complete at the Southside 29-yard line.
Yeah, and even though those passes are up the field, they're still not deep. I mean, it's still about the same range as he likes those out routes.
Yeah, that was Sam Sanders making the play for the Southside defense. Checking back in the ball game will be Landon Chafee. It'll be 1st and 10. That's another thing, too, guys, I'm watching here. Just from up here, those first downs, you can't tell if it's a first down or not, but they've not measured one time tonight.
No, I don't think they have time for that.
It's time management. Here's a snap, too. Eddington, he's going to run the ball this time. He's going to get hit and dropped at the Southside, I dare say, 34-yard line. Be a gain of 4 on the play. Brings up second down, 2nd and 6.
Be a nice time here to step up and have that 3rd and long again.
Here's an odd stat for you. In 4 home games this season, we haven't had a single measurement yet.
Time management.
It's all been crystal clear, Dalton. There was no reason for that.
Forsythe's only had 2.
Be first and 10 at the, second and 6. Here's a keeper by Eddington again. Eddington is going to bounce outside, will be hit, and now gets away. Will get down close to the 20-yard line. Going to be maybe 2 yards short of the first down.
You know, their running back, they really have not featured at all in this second half, and it's pretty much just been their quarterback that is running the ball. I still say they're going to pass once in a while, but that's where they want to stay, is within that running game.
When you're 6'1", 250, it's kind of like having a fullback and a tailback back there anyway. And
he does have some speed.
Quicker way of the line. This time he's going to hand off to Allsbrook, who has the outside. He's the 15, 10, 5 inside the 10 to the 3.
Yeah, there wasn't much we could do because we gave up the edge, and once you give up the edge, you're chasing.
And this is, guys, I'll tell you what, this down 3-zip right now, you can't afford to give up a touchdown here.
No, it's certainly not what was scripted at halftime, I'll assure you.
Be first and goal at the 3-yard line. Again, they'll have Allsbrook in the backfield. They'll go from under center this time, 3 backs in the backfield. Here's a handoff to Allsbrook off the left side, fights his way, and will be trapped and knocked down. Landon Chafee leads the charge for the Southside defense. I believe that's Zach Medlin also making the play at the 2-yard line. One thing Southside has done this year is when the other team gets down the goal line, they make you work for the touchdown.
Yeah, nothing's free, and it shouldn't be free when you're down in there. You ought to have to earn everything.
And the defense, guys, I think you'll both agree on this. The defense, no matter what happens the rest of this ball game, they played a heck of a ball game tonight.
Oh, yeah, they played their hearts out.
Again, they'll go with stacked backfield. Here's a quarterback keeper by Eddington, and let's see, no signal. He's going to be short. No, now they're going to give him a touchdown.
Keith, you know, we have pulled every time we think we know what's going on, we don't. But he didn't get in the end zone there, but they gave it to him.
It's hard to keep out, and that's a good weapon.
Little Rock Catholic, I'm running a quarterback sneak there, too. It's a big quarterback. I have never seen a quarterback who moonlights as a nose tackle on defense.
Well, he's also not seen the quarterback at Alma. That kid was a big kid, too. Here's the ball down. Kick is up. The extra point is good. Southside trails 10-zip. Be back with the Catholic kickoff after this. It's the Southside Maverick football on Sprint 106.3.
Trick or treat. No tricks, only treats at Crane Hyundai of Fort Smith this October. Joe Pulliam is treating you with state tax paid on new in-stock Hyundais and interest rates as low as 0.9%. Plus, $2,250 off select 2020 models. Get 0% for 72 months on new 2019 Elantras, Tucsons, and Santa Fe's. Treat yourself to America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and Hyundai Assurance. Lower interest and lower payment. Shop CraneHyundaiFTSmith.com, 3600 0 Street. Excludes 2020 policies with pre-courtesy dealer for details.
The fall celebration is here at Crabtree RV. Take advantage of RV show pricing on hundreds of new models, Deer Hunter specials under $10K, and wholesale to the public prices on dozens of pre-owned RVs. And the most money for your trade. These deals are so good, it's scary. So stop in today. The new 2020s are arriving daily, and the all-new 2019 models must go. Sale ends October 31st. Only from Crabtree RV in Alma. Exit 13 off I-40. Crabtree RV, where your family's dreams come true.
And now more exciting Southside Mavericks football on Spirit 106.3.
Welcome back. Another short kickoff by Catholic. Southside Fields will have first and 10th. They're on 35-yard line. That was a 8-play, 60-yard drive, a 2-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Jordan Eddington. Catholic now leads 10-zip, 3:43 to go here. And Southside's got to answer, guys.
Yeah, this is the time when we've got to get some points on the board. I mean, 3:43 left to go in the third quarter. This game's going to get away from you pretty quickly.
Your first and 10th, 36. Wee Hunt calls out signals. Now has a man in motion. That's Bogner. Strong left for the Mavs. Here's a handoff to Washington. Has a hole to the outside. Cuts it inside the 40 to the 45. Will have a set. Well, I don't know if he does or not. I think he's got a first down.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, he's got a first down at the 46-yard line. That was a play, Dalton. They ran the first half with a lot of success.
That's right. That's right. Would you believe me if I told you their head coach and our head coach come from the same coaching trees? These offenses are pretty similar.
Yeah, these guys are actually all were mentored by Scooter Redster at El Dorado. They all coached together, and you've seen a lot of coaches come out of there have done really good. Scott Reed at Cabot. And course, Coach Williams. And here's a snap. Here's a handoff again to Washington. Going to be hit and dropped for about a yard loss. Brings up second down, 2nd and 11.
Well, and again, Marlon Briggs is having his way with who he chooses to. I think he's actually being warned by the referees right now. Maybe having a little bit too much fun with the Catholic defenders.
Yeah, he's being warned for playing football too well.
Oh, come on.
Well, the difference is, too, and I'm not taking anything away from Catholic, but what they saw last week against Bryant, I don't care if it's Catholic or anybody else in that league. If it's not Bryant, you're going to feel like you're getting a day off almost. Again, second down, 2nd, 11 for the Mavs. They trail 10-zip, 2:33 to go here in the third quarter. Here's a snap to Wee Hunt, throws the ball over the middle, going to be complete on a great catch. That is, I believe that's, looks like it's they're going to be Hannon again on the catch. Hannon making some big plays. That's his 3rd catch of the night. Will be 3rd down, 3rd and 4 for the Mavs.
He is going to feel something in the morning as well because he is really taking a pounding. Catholic will let you catch the ball, but they will make you pay for it.
But that being said, too, if you're a teammate of Josh Hannon, you see him making those catches, taking those hits, it's got to inspire you to step up and try to do the same thing.
Certainly.
Again, 3rd down, 3rd and 4 for the Mavs. One back in the backfield. That's Washington. Here's a snap handoff to Washington. He's going to be hit. Well, he almost got through there. We'll get maybe a yard on the play. We'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 3. Decision time for the Mavs.
They got to go for it.
As few possessions as you've had here, I hate to say this, but this may be your game right here.
Well, we're going to kick it, apparently.
Tough decision, either way.
It is a tough for the coach because you're a hero or a zero, depending on the outcome.
Well, and the offense really hasn't shown the ability, even if you go for it to get the first down, to keep moving the football. So I kind of agree with this. You got to play field position, hope that you can get a stop. Brooks O'Shea back deep. Here's the
Going to be
snap.
offsides on south side. False start.
Brooks O'Shea back deep along with Grant Smithson. That's okay. That doesn't hurt you by any means, getting offsides. Puckett's done a good job of punting the ball tonight, so they'll just give him a chance to boom it, maybe get inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you've always got in your mind when you're that close, you need to do the 9-iron, but now he can just kick it.
Or why not run that play the Razorbacks ran last Saturday?
Absolutely not.
I couldn't resist. Here's the snap. It's a good snap. A high punt, going to be a bit short punt. It's going to hit, and going to be fair caught, actually, at the 14-yard line. Good job, again, by Adam Puckett. And we talk about this each week, guys. We're going to look up, and we're not going to see number 83 out there punting the ball, but he's been one of the better punters Southside's had. They've had a lot of good punters. You go back to Jeremy Davis, but I'll tell you what, he's been solid all 3 years.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is this young man could probably play some D2 football if he chose to. I don't know what his future holds. That'll be up to him and to his family, but I think he has a leg for college ball.
Again, 1st and 10 for Catholic. They'll have Osbrook in the backfield along with Harrington. It's a high snap. He gets the snap, and he gets away. It's going to be hit and dropped for about a 3-yard loss. Good reaction by the Southside defense as that was Chafee along with also getting off the pile is Hannon, Jack Hannon making the play for the Southside defense, number 44.
Stayed with their integrity, stayed with their lane, and even though it went chaotic in the backfield, they didn't lose their head, and that's what made that a successful play.
It'll bring up second down, 2nd and 14, and looks like
we have a referee timeout.
Timeout for something, and not sure what this is. As maybe a wet ball, maybe?
I don't know.
Dalton, what's going on down there, buddy?
Your guess is as good as mine right now.
There is some confusion.
In fact,
though.
I just heard a coach say what's going on.
Got the wrong ball out there?
Oh, they're bringing that Tom Brady football's coming in now.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to have your own ball when you're playing offense. Is that correct, Dalton?
That's correct.
Yeah, that must have been the Southside would have kicked their ball, and then they never changed the ball out.
Unless it'll be second down, 2nd and 13 at the 11-yard line. And looks like it's going to be close. I think they may have to run one play. They're sitting in the huddle, but looks like, they should have to run a play because the time clock is actually going to run out before the game clock. Let's see. Looks like it.
Yeah, I think we have another official timeout, though. There's more discussion taking place.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Should have been another penalty. At the end of the 3-quarters, Southside trails 10-zip. Be back with the start of the 4th quarter after this. This is Southside Maverick Football, Sprint 106.3.
Hello, radio listener. Are you enjoying the football game tonight? How would you like to be sitting in the warm, relaxing, and highly beneficial swirling waters of your own hot spring spa? A spa can be both relaxing and fun, and a great end to an exhilarating football game. So hurry into Burton Pools and Spas at 6121 South Zero to check out the great deals on pools and spas. Burton Pools and Spas. Let them show you how to get your feet wet without getting in over your head.
Arts Barbecue and Burgers has the best burger in town. And every Saturday, enjoy any burger at Arts and get $1 off. Try Arts Bacon Cheeseburger, topped with house-smoked bacon, or the Art Attack with bacon, ham, and a fried egg. And all of Arts burgers come with a mound of fresh-cut fries, or upgrade to Arts homemade onion rings. $1 off all burgers every Saturday at Arts Barbecue and Burgers, 8203 Rogers Avenue, next to Aaron's in Fort Smith.
Back to the Mavericks game now on Spirit 106.3.
Well, there should have been a penalty on that. There was more time on the game clock than the play clock, but nothing's called. Here's a snap. A good job by Southside on the defense. I believe that's Jack Hannon again making the play for the Southside defense. Hannon coming up big here in the second half. Will bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, excellent play. And again, just keep the play in front of you. Don't try to come from the side. Keep everything in front of you, and you're going to be successful.
Big play here, guys. 3rd down, 3rd and 12 at the Catholic 11-yard line for the Rockets. 2 backs in the backfield. Eddington takes the snap. He wants to throw the ball. Here comes the Heat. He throws the ball deep down the field. There's pushing. No, should be a penalty on Catholic as he shields the defender from the ball.
Both had their heads turned the right direction, so
good coverage.
That's a fair ball for either party. I think the reason he did the grabbing was he was afraid Southside was going to intercept him.
And that was Chase Rayna on the coverage. Chase has turned out to be a really good cover corner. He has been on an island several times, several ball games, and really has stepped up to the challenge.
That was Little Rock Catholic's fastest receiver, and they were going for all the marbles, but it didn't work out for him.
Well, he had the handout blocking Rayna from he had the inside position. Here's the kick. It's going to be a short kick that is going to be fielded by Connor Austin. Austin will get inside the 35. He's at the 30. He's at the 25 to the 22-yard line. What a great return. But, guys, what was great about that play was the fact that he caught the ball in the air, didn't let it bounce.
Didn't let it bounce, caught it in stride, and off he went. And, excellent effort. I think we have an injured Southside
he's down.
player.
Austin's down the sidelines with that. We'll go ahead and take a timeout. You're listening to Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
Life would be so much easier if you could afford a reliable car. If you could get approved for financing and move past your credit history. With Byrider, it can be easier. Choose from our inventory of quality cars, all with great warranties or optional service plans. Plus, we'll work with your credit challenges to try and get you approved for financing. So you can stop saying if and start moving forward. Byrider. Buy, finance, drive on. Begin your online application today at Byrider.com.
Wheeler Power Sports is proud to be a part of Southside Maverick Football. Just like the professional educators at Southside High School, Wheeler Power Sports has served Fort Smith since the 1960s. They are Fort Smith's only factory-authorized dealer for Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, and now the Mahindra Roxor brand. That's 4 quality, exciting, reputable brands all under one roof. Visit them online at WheelerPowersports.com, on Facebook, or at 901 North 11th Street in historic downtown. Wheeler Power Sports. Get out and ride.
Back to the stadium and more Southside Mavericks football on Spirit 106.3.
Not to speculate, we think it may have been a cramp as Connor Austin goes to the sidelines. Looks like he's okay. It'll be 1st and 10 for Southside at the Catholic 21-yard line. And, guys, what a great return, a great catch. It wasn't an easy catch by any means. Caught it low and gets positive yardage, actually 19 yards instead of maybe letting it bounce. You're probably talking a net gain of at least 25 yards.
Absolutely, and still that weird-looking punt style that they like to use.
Here's a snap. Wehunt wants to throw the ball, looks down the field, throws it over the middle, has a receiver. It's going to be intercepted.
Intercepted in the end zone, so that'll be a touchback. And, man, you hate to see that because this was an opportunity that we let slip through our fingers.
As Grant Smithson on the interception, it looked like what happened. He was actually the safety back there, and I don't think Weehunt ever saw him.
No, he was just playing center field. And I tell you, when safeties have the opportunity to play center field, things are going to happen.
And that's been the breaks of this Southside offense. They get a chance to do something. They get in good field position, and that's what we talked about you can't do.
We hate to put all the burden on our defense, but the burden is there right now.
Exactly. They need to stop here again. Southside trails 10-zip, 11:07 to go here in the ball game. Eddington takes the snap, will hand off to Allsbrook. Allsbrook will be hit, and he's going to be dropped after maybe a yard gain.
Yeah, it's going to be a very small yard if they give it to him.
Yeah, it looks like Levi Russell along with, I believe that was number 46, Trent Bells making the play for the Southside defense. Bells hasn't played a lot this year, but played big tonight.
I think it's going to be closer to about a half-yard game, which is now second and real long. If we can hold here and get them in a third and long again, I really like Southside's chances.
What's really impressive about this defense tonight is you had those 2 long drives for 29 plays. The first 2 drives for Catholic to start the ball game. Southside 2 3-and-outs, but this defense is hung tough and really down by 10 with a chance to win this thing. As Eddington takes a snap, wants to throw the ball, rolls to his right, has an open receiver complete. That's Johnson. Will get a first down. He's at the 45-yard line up to the 46-yard line, where he's going to be brought down at that point at the 46-yard line. Making the play for Southside is Leighton Johnson. And a couple of missed tackles there, guys. We haven't seen much of that tonight.
Haven't seen hardly any of that. And, a 5-yard gain turns into a 20-yard play.
Be first and 10 at their own 47-yard line. It was just a simple play, just a roll out, hit him 8 yards down the field, and then Nathan Johnson does the rest. Gets a big gain, 27 yards. Eddington takes the snap, hands it off to Allsbrook. Allsbrook will fight his way to maybe the 49-yard line where he's going to be driven back. There'll be a gain of 2 on the play. And what's interesting, I'm watching this side referee marking it on the 49. He looks to see where the other guy is and moves it up to midfield, which Allsbrook never made midfield.
No. Peer pressure is a powerful thing, isn't it, Keith? And he feeds off what the other guy's doing.
The second down, 2nd and 7 for Catholic. I've struggled all year with marks all year. It may be me more than anything. Again, here's a snap to Eddington. Eddington's going to keep the ball, and he's going to be hit, and will fight his way forward across the 45. He's still going. We'll have a first down, and will be stopped at the Southside 40-yard line. What a great individual effort by Jordan Eddington on the play. Got to hit him low.
Yeah, and Dalton and I talked about this at halftime. A lot of this second half is going to come down to who wants it the most. That was like a rugby-style scrum there that just kept moving forward for Catholic.
Be first and 10 at the Southside 40-yard line. Catholic scores here. That's going to be your ball game more than likely. Southside down 10-zip. It's going to be hard enough coming back with no points so far here tonight for Southside. Eddington calls out signals, takes the snap. Here's a handoff to the running back. That's going to get across the 35 down to the Southside 29-yard line. That is Jason Stiff checking in the ball game, replacing Brian Allsbrook. Will get a 11-yard gain. And what you're seeing now is the fact, I think your defense is just a bit down. You had a chance to get some points there on a nice kick, a nice punt return by Connor Austin. First play, you throw an interception, and it really kind of took the wind out of the sails of the defense, too.
Yeah, and they didn't have much of a break. And, breaks are everything when you're on defense. You got to be able to breathe that air. Be
first and 10 at the Southside 30-yard line. Here's a handoff to Allsbrook. He's at the 25. He's at the 20. He's at the 15, at the 10. Will fight his way down to about the 3-yard line. Be first and goal. Making the play for the Southside defense. I believe that's number 6, Levi Russell, on the tackle.
Yeah, and Keith, they're really liking that their left edge, our right edge, and we're just not setting that edge, which is giving them that entire side to work with.
Be first and goal at the 3-yard line. But what set a lot of this up, too, Philip, has been the fact they've run a lot of plays. Your defense just wears down, and then it just gets frustrating sometimes. Here's a handoff to Allsbrook, goes outside and gets in the end zone, touchdown.
Last 4 running plays were all the same play, basically, just to different running backs.
Yeah, the big play of this drive, though, was the completion to Nathan Johnson, who broke it for a 26-yard gain, which should have been tackled after maybe a 10-yard gain on second down, second 9.
You could see the air just become vacuum-like on the defensive side of the ball.
Exactly. As Jenkins Monroe checks in for the extra point, Grant Smithson will hold the ball. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. Southside now trails 17-zip. Be back with the Catholic kickoff after this. This is Southside Maverick Football, Sprint 106.3.
Trick or treat. No tricks, only treats at Crane Hyundai of Fort Smith this October. Joe Pulliam is treating you with state tax paid on new in-stock Hyundais and interest rates as low as 0.9%. Plus, $2,250 off select 2020 models. Get 0% for 72 months on new 2019 Elantras, Tucsons, and Santa Fe's. Treat yourself to America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and Hyundai Assurance. Lower interest and lower payment. Shop CraneHyundaiFTSmith.com, 3600 0 Street. Exclusive 2020 states with approved courtesy dealer for details.
It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop until you get something done. Yeah, I know the game is on, but the faucet is still dripping, the toilet keeps running, and the drains won't drain, and on and on. You need to call West Ark Plumbing and let them do the dirty work while you enjoy the game. Call them at 646-5151 and watch the ball game without the West Ark Plumbing, 646-5151.
And now more exciting Southside Mavericks football on Spirit 106.3.
As we get back to action, they'll kick the ball deep. The ball will be returned by Connor Austin, who's down on the field and looks like he's hurt with that injury. Let's go ahead and take another timeout. You're from Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
Got that rattle, squeak, and roll, or that noise you can't control? With affordable pricing on repairs and replacements, the Car Clinic can get you noise-free and on the road again. Wheels, tires, and brake replacements starting at $199 for most vehicles. Needing a fresh look? Let the Car Clinic do your upgrades and accessories. Window tint, the best prices on Scorpion bed liners, car audio and electronics. The Car Clinic will get your car looking fine and sounding fine again. At the corner of Roberts and Chad Colley. The Car Clinic, ready to serve you. 551-2420.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Furniture.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Made in the USA Speed Queen Washer and Dryers.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
In-store, no credit check financing.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
0 down and 0 interest with approved credit.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Family owned and no high-pressure sales staff.
Frank Rowe Furniture.
Find us on Facebook and Instagram. 405 Fort Street, Barling, Arkansas. Your Made in the USA headquarters.
Best seats in the house.
Back to the Mavericks game now on Spirit 106.3.
Welcome back. Looks like it's going to be a cramp again for Connor Austin. He's able to walk off under his own power. Connor's had a good ball game tonight. Phillip, a nice punt return, a couple of big catches. Here's a pass complete to Josh Hannon. Hannon will get up to the 38-yard line and be a gain of 6 on the play. Brings up second down, 2nd and 4 for the Mavs.
Just found that little weak spot in the zone that they're running. They weren't pressuring him. Stood up there and caught the ball.
Again, Southside will be in the hurry-up offense down 17-zip. Here's a snap to Wee Hunt. Looks to throw the ball with all the ball down the field. Complete to his receiver. That's Kel Sheets on the catch. Will get up to midfield. We'll have a Southside first down at midfield.
Yeah, they are playing very loose in that zone. Those are the places that are going to be open, and I would credit that with the coaching staff watching the film and saying, here's our strategy for this next series. We've got to score quick, though, Keith, to have a chance to be in it.
On the back in the backfield, Washington, here's the snap to Wee Hunt. Wants to throw the ball. Throws the ball, going to be complete at the 45-yard line. Will be tackled at the 45. I won't see the spot here, guys. He was at the 44. He takes a step back, and they're going to spot him back at the 45-yard line.
Well, our friend over here, once again, had the correct spot. Saw his fellow on the other side of the field, and peer pressure won.
Well, he actually had the correct spot because it was wrong the first time. So,
well, I'm just getting tickled watching these two operate.
Yeah, checking in for Southside would be Jackson Riddle in the backfield. First time we've seen him tonight as Wee Hunt takes a snap, throws the ball over the middle. Going to be almost intercepted as John Henry Deuce stepped in the way of the pass, dropped the football. Fortunately for Southside, brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 5 for the Mavs. 6:40 to go here in the ball game. Southside trails 17-zip.
May have been one too many times going to that same play and just looking for that weak spot. That'll work several times in a row, but it won't work forever.
I'll see the punt team kind of working their way up here, but you're in 4-down territory. You got there's no choice here.
No, I mean, it would be fruitless for us to punt.
As Weehunt calls out signals, takes a snap, throws a quick slant pass, going to be complete for the first down at the 39-yard line. That is Josh Hannon on the catch for the Mavs. Josh Hannon, big ball game tonight. I believe that's his 5th or 6th catch tonight.
Yeah, and every one of them he's had to earn. None of them have been easy. I think we're trying to expose their weakness, but it may be a little bit too little too late.
Well, we'll go down to Dalton here in a minute. I accused him of being Rick Schaefer last week, so he's going to tell us what we can do to win this ball game. The last 6 minutes, here's a deep pass down the middle. Going to be complete. Incomplete. Knocked away at the last second. Intended for Connor Austin at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, you got to go up and you got to fight with everything you got. And I think Austin did there, but just wasn't successful.
Dalton, what we got to do to pull this out down 17 zip, 6:29 to go here? We've got some difficulties down there. We put new batteries in, and I think the batteries may be going out on us.
Yeah.
Not a good night.
That's right, Dalton. Take your time.
Again, it'll be second down, 2nd and 10 for the Mavs. Here's a snap, too. Weehunt wants to throw the ball, throws the ball complete. That is Dimitri Lloyd, the tight end. His first catch of the night at the 35-yard line will gain 4 on the play, brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 6 for the Mavs.
Close as he was to the sideline, probably in hindsight, you want him to step out of bounds, but give him credit. He was trying to fight for some more yardage.
It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 6 for the Mavs. Again, it's got to get some points here late in the ball game, 6:01 to go here. Here's a snap, too. Weehunt has time to throw the ball. Will take the ball deep down the field, has an open receiver. That's Connor Austin, who catches the ball inside the 10. If he would just lead him just a bit, there's been about 3 times tonight, if you can lead him, you'd have some big plays.
Yeah. Well, I think there's some contention down there with Catholic about who caught the ball, but a tied ball, either way, it goes to the offensive team.
Most times. I saw that one time, south side, north side. It was, I'm trying to think, it was Nathan Norman. Here's a play. Southside throws the ball incomplete.
Probably for the best there, yeah. Keith. It was well defended.
Ball was thrown over the middle. The north side kid had it. Norman grabs the ball at the last second, and they get the ball back. I think Dalton may be back with us.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I think I might just keep my mic off. They had a pretty good drive with it off.
Again, it'll be second down, 2nd and goal for the Mavs. And Connor Austin, we're seeing some things out of him tonight that really you got to feel good about going forward. Only a junior will be back here again next year for the Mavs.
Really showing some wisdom, Keith, and watching his quarterback and adjusting in flight.
Again, second goal for the Mavs. Here's a snap to Weehunt. He throws the ball to the corner of the end zone. Overthrows his intended receiver over there. Again, that was Connor Austin. Not much of a window to throw the ball in as John Henry Deuce makes the play defensively for Little Rock Catholic.
Weehunt did the right thing, though. If you're going to err on that play, err high, don't err low, because that'll be an interception.
Exactly. Again, 3rd down, 3rd and goal for the Mavs.
Let me just say something about the effort on this drive. We have Connor Austin back out there, who's been out twice with a cramp injury. And down 17-0, they could have easily given up. And yet here we are marching down the field, about to get a score here.
And that's a credit to the kids and the coaching staff for what these kids, even though it's not been a good year, they stay in there. Here's a pass over the middle, going to be complete to Connor Austin at the goal line. Finds his way down to the goal line.
I think he's in. Oh, they won't give it to him. Gave it to Catholic earlier, but they won't give it to us.
Well, even the cannon thought he was in.
Well, I think that was my hand here, Keith. That wasn't a cannon. I was slapping the table that we have in front of it. 4th and Keith inside the 1.
Well, this is almost a play here where I think you've almost got to run the football. Maybe some type of, I would say maybe a bootleg of some type. Here, Southside goes strong left with Bogner along with Washington. Here's a handoff to Washington. Fights his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Southside.
Oh, what effort was displayed there by Jay Washington. You got to love it for him. Even if that's just the only touchdown he scores tonight, he earned every inch of that. There's the cannon.
No, I think that was the cannon previously.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I thought it was my hand slap.
Well, we haven't shot it all night. Me and Dalton were talking about that earlier, and you got that ammunition paid for. You got to get some shots off.
Yeah, it won't save till next year.
What a drive by
Southside avoids going scoreless for the third time in 4 games. Nice drive there.
Nice drive. 4:55 left. There's still a chance.
Maybe have a little bit of luck like we did at North Little Rock last year, getting some onside kicks. That's what they'll do. Is Bandit attempts the extra point. It's up and it's good. Southside now trails 17-70. Back with the MAV kickoff after this. This is Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
Being the family superhero is a tireless job, constantly defending against monsters in the closet and grass so tall it swallows small children. But who's there for them if you're not? Your local Shelter Insurance agent. With an insurance superhero sidekick, you can find a life insurance plan that helps provide a safety net for your family. Learn more at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, contact Shelter Insurance Agent Chris Dooley.
Trick or treat.
No tricks, only treats at Crane Hyundai of Fort Smith this October. Joe Pulliam is treating you with state tax paid on new in-stock Hyundais and interest rates as low as 0.9%. Plus, $2,250 off select 2020 models. Get 0% for 72 months on new 2019 Elantras, Tucsons, and Santa Fe's. Treat yourself to America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and Hyundai Assurance. Lower interest and lower payment. Shop CraneHyundaiFTSmith.com, 3600 0 Street. Exclusive 2020 policies with free courtesy dealer details.
Back to the stadium and more Southside Mavericks football on Spirit 106.3.
Isaac Banda will attempt the onside kick as Catholic expecting it with 10 guys up on the line. Here's the kick. It's a bouncing kick. It's in the air, and it's fielded. A good play by Catholic over there to get the recovery. That is Brooks O'Shea on the recovery at the Catholic 47-yard line. You've got 3 timeouts, guys. Go ahead and use those timeouts. 4:54 to go here. Get a quick stop, get the ball back. Hey, you never know.
Wasn't a bad onside kick. You know, the first rule is you got to go that 10 yards. It went just past that, and you really like to see it die right when it hits about that 10-yard mark. Went another yard or two, and they were able to get the ball.
Just took a gratuitous hop there at the end to get the ball, and a good drive by Southside nonetheless. 8 plays, 68 yards. Key play of the drive was the completion to Connor Austin. Here's a handoff to Stotts. He's going to get it midfield. He's at the 40, at the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. Excuse me, that was Stith, Jason Stith on the carry. And don't give up the big plays.
They really like that left side, and for whatever reason, we just cannot set an edge at all.
And now Southside trails 23-7, pending the extra point, 4:44 to go here in the ball game. Again, Southside will get the ball back. Going to have to score quick as Jenkins Monroe will check in for the extra point.
Dalton, do you want to be in the film room when the right side of the defensive line is discussed?
Funny you should say that. Last week in Bryant, I recommended they throw the film away and not even watch it. I don't think you can do that 2 weeks in a row, though.
And that's the extra point's good. With that, we'll take a timeout. You're some Southside Maverick football on Spirit 106.3.
Calico County is serving great American food in an atmosphere full of American memories. Their hearty portions are served with your choice of over 20 side items. They also have half-pound burgers plus a great selection of soups, sandwiches, and fresh salads as well. And their homemade cinnamon rolls will melt in your mouth. Calico County is cooking breakfast every day until 11 a.m. Visit their website, calicocounty.net, for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or your catering needs. Roll on in to Calico County, just off Rogers Avenue behind Randall Ford.
And now more exciting Southside Mavericks football on Spirit 106.3.
One play, 53-yard touchdown for Little Rock Catholic, a run by Jason Stith. Rockets now lead 24-7, 4:44 to go here in the ball game as Monroe kicks off. It's going to come down to Jay Washington at the 10. He's 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5 will be run out of bounds. What a great job by Jay Washington. And guys, hey, you got a chance.
Kicking it to him.
You got a chance.
You know, all night, Keith, we were talking about they must be scared of Jay Washington. And it was when they finally kicked it to him, look what he did.
And actually, they switched sides. He had been on the left side all night. They put him on the right side. You're right. I think you're on to something there, Philip. They were afraid to get him the ball, and that was a great return as he starts on his 5, returns it to the 5 of Catholic, a 90-yard return, and can't do much better than that.
No, and how exciting and how little time is used on the clock, and we just moved the ball 90 yards.
You know, what's interesting, guys, it's been one of those games tonight where we've seen plowing all night long, a little bit of scoring. Now, at once, we have a chance to see, 3 touchdowns within a minute.
Yeah, lots of scoring right now.
As Jack Clark will check in the backfield for the Mavs. Again, Wee Hunt, your quarterback, Bogner, your fullback. Wee Hunt calls out signals, takes a snap. He's going to keep the ball up the middle, going to be hit and dropped for about a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, I think the linebacker was just sitting there waiting on him.
Yeah, that was
not necessarily a horrible play, but the linebacker sniffed it out early.
Yeah, it was Hawkersmith making the play for the defense. Again, you got to be quick, though, guys. You got a nice return, but you got to score quick. As Wee Hunt takes a snap, he looks to throw the ball. He rolls to his left. Will throw the ball to the corner of the end zone. Has an open receiver. Touchdown, Southside. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's Jake Tyler on the touchdown. Hey, guys, and Dalton, you can see that down there better than anybody. That was a great catch and throw.
It was. He was standing there asking for it. And how about this? We've had 5 touchdowns scored, and how quick? After being 3-0 in the first half, we've now had 5 scores, and I don't know how long, but it hadn't been long.
3 touchdowns in less than a minute.
And let me go back to that signal of touchdown and give credit to Fort Smith Athletic Director Michael Beaumont. He was the one down there with his hands up that encouraged the peer pressure ref.
You guys got to like Beaumont. Beaumont is going to do some great things for Southside. I really enjoy visiting with him every time he comes up. You just feel the energy, and the extra point's good. Southside now trails 24-14. Be back with the Mav kickoff after this. It's Southside Motor Football on Sprint 106.3.
Heaven forbid you get a cracked windshield, but if you do, you need to call Mr. Auto Glass. Mr. Auto Glass provides the highest quality service in the area. Customer service and safety are the top priorities for all of their customers. They can take care of your insurance claims. They offer in-shop as well as mobile on-site service, and most jobs can be completed in the same day. Locally owned since 1988 at 3017 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. Give them a call, 782-4441.
Your home for Southside Mavericks football. KZKZ, Greenwood, Fort Smith. Family-friendly radio, Spirit 106.3.
Welcome back. That was a 2-play, 5-yard drive for the Mavs following the really nice kickoff return by Jay Washington. Played less than a minute. We're on our second onside kick. Isaac Bandit will kick the ball for the Mavs. Here's a kick. It's a roller there that's going to be on the ground, still on the ground. Let's see who's got it. It rolled away from the defender.
Got it. Southside is giving the signal they have. We're waiting on the referees.
Southside has it. And Dalton, I will go down to you on this. What made that play? It looked like, again, that was number 18, Brooks O'Shea, had a chance to recovery. Bobbles it just a bit, but Southside just levels him and separates the ball.
Yeah, we've got a Southside player down, Keith.
That's exactly what I was going to say, guys.
He's not moving.
Yeah, and let's go ahead and take a break. You're listening to Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop until you get something done. Yeah, I know the game is on, but the faucet is still dripping, the toilet keeps running, and the drains won't drain, and on and on. You need to call West Ark Plumbing and let them do the dirty work while you enjoy the game. Call them at 646-5151 and watch the ball game without the West Ark Plumbing, 646-5151.
The office of Dr. Henry J. Udodge Jr. and Dr. Henry J. Udodge III at Udodge Orthodontics has been a respected provider in our orthodontic care community since 1972. The top priority of their practice is to provide you the highest quality orthodontic care in a fun, friendly, comfortable environment. They utilize the latest technological advances in the field of orthodontics to ensure that you receive the most effective care possible. Udodge Orthodontics, 782-3021. Go Mavericks!
Jewelry is something special given to someone special, and at Cheshire's Fine Jewelry, we understand that you want the very best for your money. We only use the finest quality diamonds and gemstones versus selling promotional quality items. Cheshire's Fine Jewelry wants to be your personal jeweler. If you can dream it, we can make it. From custom jewelry to repairs and watches, all services are done in our store. Cheshire's accepts all credit cards and offers 12 months same as cash financing. Cheshire's Fine Jewelry, where our customers become our friends.
Wanting a fresh feel, look, or decor for your home or space? Wasted Repurpose Marketplace has your specific look to fit your budget and your personality. Handpicked, vintage, antique, farmhouse, and so much more decor will have your visions becoming reality. Wasted also has it all for your fall, home, and holiday decorating. Voted a Best of the Best finalist for 3 years in a row. Shop at Wasted, 1520 Towson Avenue, or find them on Facebook. Wasted Repurpose Marketplace, 1520 Towson Avenue.
Wheeler Power Sports is proud to be a part of Southside Maverick football. Just like the professional educators at Southside High School, Wheeler Power Sports has served Fort Smith since the 1960s. They are Fort Smith's only factory authorized dealer for Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, and now the Mahindra Roxor brand. That's 4 quality, exciting, reputable brands all under one roof. Visit them online at WheelerPowersports.com, on Facebook, or at 901 North 11th Street in historic downtown. Wheeler Power Sports. Get out and ride. Heaven forbid you get a cracked windshield, but if you do, you need to call Mr. Auto Glass. Mr. Auto Glass provides the highest quality service in the area. Customer service and safety are the top priorities for all of their customers. They can take care of your insurance claims. They offer in-shop as well as mobile on-site service, and most jobs can be completed in the same day. Locally owned since 1988 at 3017 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. Give them a call, 782-4441.
Back to the Mavericks game now on Spirit 106.3.
Welcome back to Jim Rollins Stadium. We got 3:59 to go here. Southside trails 24-14. They just recovered an onside kick. We've got an injured Maverick down on the field. Not going to even try to speculate who it is. He's been down on the field for a while. And Dalton, can you tell us anything from down there?
Well, not a whole lot. I'm trying to pay attention to who it is. I can't tell. They've got both doors down at the ambulance open. I'm wondering if they're going to pull out the stretcher here. Unfortunately, at this time, I can't provide a whole lot more details.
And Philip, as you were saying, he's down on the field right now. We see him moving his arms, so that is a good thing. When you have an injury like that, obviously you are concerned about any type of a neck injury. Don't really want to speculate, but you want to get the board out and get him on it if you can.
Yeah, and at worst, he gets an ambulance ride to the hospital. The doctors say everything's good to go after the x-rays, after the MRIs, because right now this young man's health is much more important than what's going on the field.
Exactly. We were talking about that, guys. Football's not important when you see something like this happen. It's part of the game, but you just hate to see it.
Yeah, and Coach Griffiths is very experienced on sports medicine. He's not going to take any chances. If he thinks there is a neck injury of any sort, he's going to do all he can to keep him immobile.
Again, Southside Trails 24-14. We'll be back after this. This is Southside Maverick Football, Spirit 106.3.
Time to remodel your kitchen or bathroom? Dreaming of granite, marble, quartz, or soapstone and want quality workmanship, quick delivery, and competitive prices? Call Goleta Countertops today to schedule your professional consultation. Owner Jim Goleta will walk with you through your repair and remodel and guarantee to help you create the home of your dreams. Fully licensed, A+ rating. Visit their website at GoletaCountertops.com to browse the design gallery and call 648-0884 to schedule your appointment.
Trick or treat. No tricks, only treats at Crane Hyundai of Fort Smith this October. Joe Pulliam is treating you with state tax paid on new in-stock Hyundais and interest rates as low as 0.9%. Plus, $2,250 off select 2020 models. Get 0% for 72 months on new 2019 Elantras, Tucsons, and Santa Fe's. Treat yourself to America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and Hyundai Assurance. Lower interest and lower payment. Shop CraneHyundaiFTSmith.com, 3600 0 Street. Excludes 2020 states with pre-courtesy dealer details.
Life would be so much easier if you could afford a reliable car. If you could get approved for financing and move past your credit history. With Byrider, it can be easier. Choose from our inventory of quality cars, all with great warranties or optional service plans. Plus, we'll work with your credit challenges to try and get you approved for financing. So you can stop saying if and start moving forward. Byrider. Buy, finance, drive on. Begin your online application today at Byrider.com.
Cherry Berry self-serve frozen yogurt offers 50 rotating healthy flavors and 100 toppings. Simply grab a cup and start swirling. Add toppings ranging from granola, cereals, and fresh fruits to all kinds of candies, sprinkles, and even a variety of nuts and syrups. After the creation is complete, weigh and pay by the ounce.
And do the Cherry Berry, do the Cherry Berry, do the Cherry
At Cherry Berry, the possibilities are endless as you have complete control.
Cherry Berry in the Fort Smith Pavilion.
That's how you do it.
Back to the stadium and more Southside Mavericks football on Spirit 106.3.
Well, the good thing is the young man has set up. We still don't have a number, and again, we're not going to speculate on anything. He was in on the recovery on the how they got him laying back down again, and obviously take all the time you need.
Yeah, Coach Griffiths is not going to make a mistake. I think he may have. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and wave for the ambulance crew now, which is the right call.
They're going to wave in the ambulance crew, and it is Levi Russell as the injured player.
That's one of our best players, isn't it?
And our safeties are just going down by the numbers so far this year, and I hate to see that. I hope the young man is okay. It's and guys, like I said, this is when football, it really puts life into perspective. When you see an injury and somebody's down like this, it just really kind of changes your whole thought process on what this game really means.
Well, you know, Keith, we flippantly say it's just a game. We're being hateful when we say that, but not in this case. It is just a game, and his health is of the utmost importance in this situation.
Again, to kind of set what's going on in the ball game, we've got 3:59 to go here. Southside trails 24-14. They will have 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of Catholic when we do resume play. And again, they've got him on the sidelines, and we're going to go ahead and take another break here and come back, hopefully with an update in just a bit. Just the Southside Maverick football on Spirit 106.3.
Hello, radio listener. Are you enjoying the football game tonight? How would you like to be sitting in the warm, relaxing, and highly beneficial swirling waters of your own hot spring spa? A spa can be both relaxing and fun, and a great end to an exhilarating football game. So hurry into Burton Pools and Spas at 6121 South Zero to check out the great deals on pools and spas. Burton Pools and Spas. Let them show you how to get your feet wet without getting in over your head.
Hal's Beef Jerky is the place you gotta go.
For over 25 years, Hal's Homemade Beef Jerky has been offering their mouth-watering beef jerky with a variety of spices and flavors. Spend $20 at the store in Shady Point and get a free $5 bag. Hal's Homemade Beef Jerky is also available online at halshomemadebeefjerky.com or just call Hal at 918-635-5759.
Hal's Beef Jerky is the place you gotta go.
Hal's Homemade Beef Jerky in Shady Point, Oklahoma.
Trick or treat.
No tricks, only treats at Crane Hyundai of Fort Smith this October. Joe Pulliam is treating you with state tax paid on new in-stock Hyundais and interest rates as low as 0.9%. Plus, $2,250 off select 2020 models. Get 0% for 72 months on new 2019 Elantras, Tucsons, and Santa Fe's. Treat yourself to America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and Hyundai Assurance. Lower interest and lower payment. Shop CraneHyundaiFTSmith.com, 3600 0 Street. Excludes 2020 policies with free courtesy dealer details.
Heaven forbid you get a cracked windshield, but if you do, you need to call Mr. Auto Glass. Mr. Auto Glass provides the highest quality service in the area. Customer service and safety are the top priorities for all of their customers. They can take care of your insurance claims. They offer in-shop as well as mobile on-site service, and most jobs can be completed in the same day. Locally owned since 1988 at 3017 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. Give them a call, 782-4441.
And now more exciting Southside Mavericks football on Spirit 106.3.
Welcome back to Jim Rowland Stadium against Southside Trails 24-14 with 3:59 to go here, but that's not the most important thing going on right now. The young sophomore safety for Southside, Levi Russell, is down on the field. They brought out the hardboard to put him on, going to put him on a gurney and at some point be able to get him out of here. And what I like to see, Philip, is the fact the caution that Southside is taking, that Brent Griffiths is taking, knows what he's doing out there. And, our prayers are with the young man.
Absolutely. And, all of this, as scary as it can be to look at, however, all of this is being done to ensure that something isn't missed in what Coach Griffiths thinks is going on. Get him to the hospital, get him checked out by the medical professionals, get the x-rays, get the MRIs, and then you have a clear picture. It could be his injury is very minimal. That would be our prayer. But if not, he'll be in the hands of professionals to do something to help him.
And it's always precautionary, too. You don't take any chances with that, and let's hope that's all it is. It's not anything very serious. Won't even try to speculate on it. Obviously can't speculate on it. What the cause of the play was, to go back to that, is it was an onside kick that looked like Central bobbled it, and Russell kind of broke the play up and knocked the ball loose, and it was a violent hit going forward.
Absolutely.
And so, it could have been a helmet to helmet. We don't know what happened on the play. Won't even really speculate. But
on the ground, you got to lead with your head. I mean, there's just really no way around that. And anytime you're leading with your head, that injury could be soon to follow.
And it really shows the heart of this Southside team when you see them making plays like this. When it got 24-7 on the 53-yard touchdown run, Southside really could have just given up right there. But Jay Washington comes back to kind of summarize the game a bit, runs the ball on a kickoff. And we talked about they've been, avoiding him all game. Well, they put him to the other side, and now they're going to be able to
take him to the ambulance.
Roll him off there, so he'll get a standing ovation, well-deserved in this situation. And, well, you hate to see that, but Washington gets a 90-yard kickoff return. Southside gets a touchdown, cuts the lead down to 10. And then you see the heart of this team. You saw it right there on the kickoff return, getting the points, trying to get back in the game, and then the play that Russell made right there. And just, gosh, I hope the young man's okay.
Dalton, do you have any further that you're overhearing down there on the sideline?
No, nothing at this moment. They're going to take him to the hospital for further evaluation. As you guys were saying, everything's precautionary at this point.
Keith, and we talked about who wants it the most. And I think we found out where Levi Russell stands. He wants it. Unfortunately, he was injured on that play.
And he's been that way all year, that young man. And we talk about the safety position at Southside. It's just been snake bit all year. That's 3 injured safeties that are out. As here's a snap to Wee Hunt back to action. Wee Hunt steps in the pocket, throws the ball, going to be incomplete. Intended for Jake Tyler at about the 38-yard line, but wisely threw the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, that play wasn't there, and let's don't make a mistake here. We really need 6 points. Of course, the extra point would make 7, but we got to get back in this ball game.
And you're in a position, too, at 3:53, guys. Dare I throw this out there and get ahead of myself? If Southside can get a quick touchdown, you still got 3 timeouts. You don't necessarily have to do an onside. Here's a snap to Wee Hunt, rolls to his right. Here comes the Heath that way. Here's the throw down the field to Tyler. Catches it inside the 15. Now it goes incomplete as he hits the ground.
That was one where the catch was not completed, but I believe we've got a flag on the play. Nope, my bad. They were just getting another ball to put it in play. But he didn't complete that catch. He had it. He made a football move, but the ball knocked it out.
Wee Hunt's made some nice throws since the interception at the goal line. He's made some really nice throws. The touchdown pass to Tyler, and that was a good throw right there, and really good effort by Jake Tyler. And Jake Tyler really stepping it up here actually all season. He's had a good year from about game 2 on. Here's a deep pass, and there's a lot of pushing over there.
That should be a penalty.
Should be.
No flag.
And
and he's injured.
And he's injured again. I think it may be, hopefully it's Connor Austin. Hopefully it's just a cramp down there. And again,
very reminiscent of what we've seen all season from these high school referees. They do not want to throw a flag on pass interference.
That one is kind of a hard one in the sense and the fact that the defenders actually did a pretty good job of using the sideline, and now the rain picks up again. But they did a pretty good job there. But there was contact on the play. And my questioning on the thing is, if that's not pass interference, how do you call that one on Connor Austin in the first half when the guy pushes him?
I have no clue. So once again, what should be a science that A plus B equals C, we find to be some sort of modern art form, which we're not sure what we're looking at.
And they're working on Connor Austin on the sidelines. With that, we'll go ahead and take a break. This is Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
Fresh means fresh, as in no preservatives. That's right. If it's fresh, it doesn't need to be preserved. Try Jim's 100% premium Wisconsin cheese. Fresh whole milk mozzarella, wood smoked provolone, old world style Romano and Parmesan. The freshest all-you-can-eat salad bar in town. No preservatives and fresh every time. At the corner of Greenwood Gary in Fort Smith.
Back to the Mavericks game now on Spirit 106.3.
Well, Connor Austin will go to the sideline, and again, a big play for Southside. 4th down, 4th and 10. They trail by 10. 3:41 to go here. Trip set wide side of the field as Wee Hunt takes a snap. Here comes the heat. He gets away from the pressure, is going to tuck the ball. He takes off down the field, fumbles the football, and looks like Catholic's got the ball. Doesn't matter either way. It's going to be a turnover on downs. So Catholic holds. Southside still 3:33 to go here. Obviously hoping they can get a quick stop, get the ball back.
Yeah, and Keith, looking out here against the lights, the rainfall is really picked up considerably. So just as slick as that ball was for Parker Wee Hunt, it's going to be just as slick for the Catholic boys.
And we've seen a couple of times, guys, where the snap to Eddington, not sure if he was ready for the snap each time, but there's been a couple of times that almost got away from him.
Yeah, and Dalton, is it just me, or most of our snaps tonight been pretty low and Wee Hunt's having to pick them up off the ground?
They have. You're right. It's it's difficult weather to snap the ball in. They've had a couple rough snaps too, though, for Catholic.
Here's a snap to Eddington. He'll keep the ball. He's going to be hit. That's Landon Chafee making the play for Southside at the 35-yard line. Southside's going ahead and take a timeout. Let's go ahead and take a timeout, too. This is Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
Wheeler Power Sports is proud to be a part of Southside Maverick football. Just like the professional educators at Southside High School, Wheeler Power Sports has served Fort Smith since the 1960s. They are Fort Smith's only factory authorized dealer for Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, and now the Mahindra Roxor brand. That's four quality, exciting, reputable brands all under one roof. Visit them online at WheelerPowersports.com, on Facebook, or at 901 North 11th Street in historic downtown. Wheeler Power Sports. Get out and ride.
Back to the stadium and more Southside Mavericks football on Spirit 106.3.
Hey, stay tuned for the Westark Plumbing Expert Drain Cleaning Services post-game show, where we'll name our Fort Smith Flooring Group offensive and defensive players of the game. Also want to say thanks to our sponsors tonight, Chafee Construction. One call does it all, 434-5203. Wheeler Power Sports, Wheeler makes it easy, 226-8724. As the teams come back, here's a snap, a handoff to Allsbrook, going to be hit and dropped at the 39-yard line. Southside will go ahead and take another timeout. Let's go ahead and keep it here, guys. Also want to thank Cheshire's Fine Jewelry. If you can dream it, they can make it. 646-6715. And Frank Rowe Furniture, 405 Fort Street, Barling. Best seats in the house, no credit check financing. Made in the USA, recliners, sofas, beds, tables, and chairs. Made in the USA, appliances, washers, dryers, stoves, refrigerators. Call them at 479-478-7006, www.frankrowefurniture.com.
That's a mouthful, Keith, and
yes,
you got all that in. So your diction was perfect. I'm so proud of you.
It happens every once in a while.
Yeah. The stars aligned.
Again, Southside trails 24-14. It'll be a third down, and 8 for Catholic. And obviously Southside will use that last time out if they can get a hold here. Don't really expect Catholic to put the ball up. Not sure if they will or not. But if I'm Southside, I think I'm going all out on this play. Do what I can, maybe to try to get a turnover.
Well, they don't have much of a punting game, so if you get them in 4th down, you've still got a chance to be right back in it.
As Eddington works pistol formation, has Allsbrook in the backfield. Here's a snap to Eddington, rolls to his left, will throw the ball down the field, has an open receiver, and thank you. Southside will be able to save a timeout as the ball goes out of bounds. Intended receiver is Brooks O'Shea, forcing a Catholic punt at the Catholic 39-yard line.
Well, they are considering it over there. Now they're going to go ahead and switch out their units. But there for a second, I think they thought about just keeping the ball in play.
Again, special teams have come up big for Southside, and going back to return the punt will be Jay Washington. Connor Austin, usually your punt returner, not out there right now, so hopefully he's okay. He's dealing with some cramps, we think. Here's a block punt by Southside, picked up by Southside. It's actually on the ground. Southside will get it.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They'll get the ball at the 23-yard line. That was Landon Chafee on the block for the Mavs.
Well, we kept wondering when that was going to happen, and that time they came through. Dalton, who wants it to worse? That's the key.
That was, when we talked at halftime, Philip, we said you got to win the turnover battle here in the second half. The ball's going to be on the ground in this wet weather. That's a good step in the right direction for Southside, but they got to put up points here.
Where Southside has really won the battle, guys, is special teams. You had the Washington kickoff return, the block punt now, the Connor Austin punt return. Here's a pass by Wehunt to the end zone, going to be incomplete.
Almost ran into the cannon.
Yeah, I believe that was Morawski.
No, I believe it's the tight end.
Tight end, okay. Dimitri Lloyd out there trying to make the play for Southside.
Sadly for Lloyd, he just ran out of real estate. The ball was a little overthrown, but he was clearly out of bounds even when he tried to catch it.
And I'm not sure if it's the routes that the Mav receivers are running or if it's the defense, but the defense is doing a good job of really taking the field away from Southside, leaving not much space for Wehunt to get the completions, as Wehunt will throw the ball again. Going to be complete inside to the 19-yard line. That is Kel Sheets. Sheets stepping up big here in the ball game. That's his second catch of the night. Kel Sheets, usually you see him on the holds every game, but getting some playing time here, get some good game experience. It's third down for Southside, 3rd and 6. Wehunt has all day to throw. Throws the ball towards the end zone. It's complete. That's Hannon inside the 10 to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, and did you see the pickup block by Washington? You know, they've had that free roamer that's been coming in and giving Wehunt trouble. They kept Washington in the backfield. He picked it up excellent, gave Wehunt just long enough to find his receiver.
Be first and goal at the 6-yard line as Wehunt takes the snap, looks to throw the ball, looks to throw it to the end zone. Touchdown, Southside.
2:33 left. This is still a ball game.
I believe that was Morawski, Jackson Morawski on the touchdown catch for Southside. We're seeing a lot of receivers really stepping up here. We've had Sheets. And actually, no, excuse me, that's Josh Hannon. I can't get that 19 right, but Josh Hannon, what a game tonight.
Keith, if he's not the offensive player of the game, I don't know who is.
And Southside will attempt the extra point here from Isaac Banda. What a good job, though, by Southside.
Excellent.
Only down by 4 now. Ball is down. Your kick is up, and it's blocked on the play. And Southside, again, obviously we have to go with an onside kick with 1 timeout left.
You know, Keith, that's not the end of the world missing that extra point try, because we're going to have more points than that.
Yeah, and I really don't, I mean, you don't feel good, and you saw it right there. Your field goal kicker is just really, I don't think the range is, I'm just guessing, guys. I don't know, but we'll go ahead and keep it here and instead of having to break. But I would say probably 25 yards maybe.
Dalton, you remember the number we talked about we have to hit to win the game?
Didn't we both say 28 points?
Yeah, I said
Isn't
30
that right?
would be better, but you and Keith said 28.
Well, I started it.
You guys are like prophets. I don't know about you.
And what a great comeback, though. And, again, guys, I've got to say this about Southside. This team, they really are limited offensively for the most part, and it's shown most of the year. But sometimes you just have to be pleased with the heart that these kids show.
Yeah, I think it goes back to attitude. They've got a great attitude.
And a credit to the coaching staff, as, again, they'll try an onside kick here. Here's Banda on the onside kick. It takes an extra hop. It's on the ground and recovered. It took a hop back and
straight into the arms of the Catholic player.
Collins Olame gets the recovery at the 47-yard line. But now if you're Southside, you got 1 timeout you can use. Use it quick. Get a three and out.
That one could have worked. It went off of a player's chest and went right into the hands of number 81.
Yeah. If he wasn't standing there, that would have been our ball.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been almost a good golf play, you know, where the ball bounces back. And
almost like miniature golf, you know, where you use those bumpers to your advantage.
Again, Southside, there's still a bit of hope here, only down 24-20.
They're going to a victory formation.
Here's a handoff to the tailback, and he's going to be hit and drop for a yard loss. There's Landon Chafee, and Southside will go ahead and take a timeout here with 2:26 to go here. Guys, kind of doing a little math here. You got the 40-second clock. They can run 2 plays, knock it down to about 106, if I'm correct on my math. Southside have a little bit of time. And remember, Southside blocked the last punt. And the punter really has struggled tonight. He doesn't look comfortable back there. And, you know, you would hope for a lot of rain right now, guys, but you're getting it. I'm assuming, Dalton, that you can tell us we're getting a pretty good rain down there right now. Maybe make that ball good and slick.
Yeah, it's pretty rainy down here. How's it feel up there in the press box?
Nice and toasty.
Oh, we're wonderful.
Hazard pay, my friend.
But you can't let them get a first down, Keith. That's of the utmost importance here.
Exactly. Yeah, you got 2 plays to get a stop here, and I think they'll run it both times myself as Eddington takes a snap. Here's a handoff to his running back, Allsbrook.
Coverage.
Going to gain maybe 2 yards back to the original line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd and 10. 2:15 to go here. What I do like about, even though I don't like where you actually run more seconds off, a lot of times in a ball game you will see the referees hold the ball, not start the 25-second clock. Doesn't matter here.
Yeah, it's just continuous.
Again, a big 3rd down for the Mavs. Guys, I'm coming up on that out play. You got to bite on that, as they'll have 2 backs in the backfield. Eddington calls out signals. Takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Stith. Stith's going to run the ball. He's going to
not get there.
Be hit and drop short of the first down, about a yard short of the first down. Gets a good spot. Now, here's your guys, right? Okay, he moved again. It's going to be about a yard short of a first down, I think. You know, they haven't measured all night, so
yeah,
he's short.
A yard. Surely Catholic's got to kick the ball here, but stranger things have happened.
Well, this will be your ball game, no doubt, and
looks like they're wanting to keep it offensively, though.
Yeah, they're going to run the clock. I think they'll run the clock down, probably take a timeout, make a decision. Going to be roughly a minute 1 with whatever they decide to do.
They're going to come up and try and snap it quickly.
Yeah, they either try to snap it or they're going to they're going to call timeout.
Yeah. You know, one of the things, Keith, that I found strange was Catholic jumped up on that last play quickly. They didn't use much of that clock. And kind of to our advantage.
Yeah, and the clock is actually run down. Well, actually, the game clock is on the small scoreboard still. No, that's just the timeout clock. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it should be 1 minute being run.
Yeah, 1:03 to go. I'm looking at that clock above the 25-second clock.
You weren't too far off on your prediction of time left, were you?
Yeah, and this is a big play. You know,
they've still got their offense like they're going to play.
I'll tell you this, guys, and y'all can correct me on this. The play they're going to run, if they do run, they're going to try to draw Southside off sides. Hopefully Southside will stay on sides. Secondly, what they will try to do if they run this play, I think
it's to the left.
It's your quarterback. Your quarterback's going to run the football.
Looks like he's actually going to go up under center, so I would look for a sneak here.
Yeah, they've got 3 backs in the backfield.
There it was.
And Southside jumps off sides.
That's what they wanted to do.
Believe it looks like the cornerback over there.
You know, your nerves are all taut at that point. It is hard, but you got to have that discipline not to jump.
Well, that's no excuse there.
No, it's arithmetic now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's your ball game. They will come out in victory formation now. We'll have to run 2 plays here as they lead Southside 24-20.
Boy, you hate that for Southside and the effort that we've saw. Things came together. They got a few breaks. A few drives that they should have scored on would be the difference.
There's a snap. He's going to take a knee, and
But I think it's important for us to realize how much Southside has played tonight, how much they've improved. Because remember, this team beat North Little Rock by 20 last week.
Well, I think the real turning point, obviously Southside came back and really made a game of it, but when Connor Austin had that punt return, got it down to the 21-yard line, we didn't take advantage of that. And that's been the season for Southside pretty much in these close games, is making a mistake. Coach talked about this. He said, you can't have turnovers, and he's exactly right. That's what Southside did. It was a big turnover that really set the tone, and then you get the offside penalty. You don't even have a chance to win the ball game because you jumped in the neutral zone, and just frustrating.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Let's go ahead and take a break here. We'll come back, talk to a dejected Coach Jeff Williams when he gets done with his interview process. After this, this is Southside Maverick Football on Spirit 106.3.
The fall sale